Fuck it, we ball.
Huh?
The game has chosen violence.
Isn't that...
I am checking my posture. Very little SPD tonight. God, I should have checked how long this is gonna be.
It's one of Linny's cards!
If this is even longer than the first act, possibly no SPD tonight. Dear God.
Let Paimon see what's written on it.
I apologize in advance
Maybe
if that
you
doesn't
haven't
happen.
heard, but today is the monthly free day.
But we gotta get this shit over
Everyone has
with.
the day off today, which makes it the perfect time to do some investigating.
This is awful.
It's been a while since we last talked. Have you been making any progress lately?
It's so
Let's meet at our usual spot in the factory area before lunchtime. I have new information.
I and the game glossed over it because, dear God,
Ooh,
it's been being buried under so much filler garbage. But like, can we just talk about the fact that the current premise is that child is losing his goddamn mind?
Wonder what he's discovered. We still have some time before we meet
Hearing
up.
the voices of the ocean calling him home or some shit. That's some Arknight shit, man. The oceans of Fontaine are alive and connected to the abyss. He's gonna get absorbed back into the collective or some bullshit. I don't know.
Quit following
That's
me.
cool. So can we go talk about that? Not waste a goddamn hour and a half. Oh no, man, purple meat. That's wacky. Stimulus, let me see. Secret, thank you.
Hey, you over there?
My spirit is rejuvenated.
Yeah, you. Say, do you like playing card games?
No!
Like Genius Invocation TCG?
No!
You TCG players are like mint in the wild.
That is
Literally
the
sprouting
last
up
thing I
everywhere.
give a shit about right now.
Hey, come on now. What's wrong with finding fellow Invocation aficionados? Anyway, care to join me for a game?
No!
All right, no pressure.
But why would you be looking for people to play Genius Invocation in a place like this?
God!
Don't people usually come here to fight?
Whether you're throwing down cards or throwing punches, it's all
I'm like, game
competition,
can't
isn't it?
possibly be any more
It's all the
boring.
same in my eyes. There are lots
Trading
of
card
card
game,
players
hold my
here
bag.
in the fortress. When I saw you, I immediately thought, hey, even outsiders from other nations play cards. So I came over to say hi.
Would you mind chatting?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm sure this guy
Great.
has crucial info.
Since you've been here longer than us, you need to flex your seniority a little bit, right?
I don't even do it for the
Maybe you
battle
could
pass
start by
anymore. I
telling
have
us
not touched the
newcomers
card
some
game since it
stories
first
about
came
this
out.
place.
I thought you would have already heard everything by now. All right, then. Did you have anything specific in mind?
The
Or
card
do you
game's not
want
even
me to
terrible for the
just
record, but
pick a
just like,
topic?
it's not that interesting.
Why don't you pick? We'll
It's
let
not that
you know if
interesting
we've
to
heard
me,
it
and I
already.
especially don't give a shit about it in the middle of the
All
main
right.
plot that's already on
Have you
its
heard any
dying
strange
breath.
rumors since you've arrived?
Oh my fucking god.
Then, did you know that there are some people who are always gossiping over in the corner?
I don't care, dude.
There are two guys who are always skulking around in the corners of corridors gossiping. The bigger guy is Quisto, and the skinny one is Lavaroon. People call them the Bombshell Bros.
I didn't ask, but
I
okay.
never really found their gossip very mind-blowing. And it's pretty much just the same stuff that I hear about when I'm at work every day. If you're interested, you can go talk with them. They tend to talk a lot of nonsense, but they aren't exactly bad.
Have fun, Monado. I'll be here dying.
Good to know. Do you have anything else to tell us?
Let me
Do
think.
you enjoy a good
Sounds
story
like you wanna
about a
hear something
bridge?
a little more tantalizing. Oh, did you know that the Duke was also a convict in the fortress of Meripede before?
That explains a lot.
Wait, are you serious?
That's right. The Duke was an inmate just like you and me. Seems he was exiled here for committing some crime. Who knows how he ended up rising up to become the warden, though.
Oh,
Go
okay.
from an ordinary inmate to becoming the manager of the whole place? I'm not gonna lie, I kinda respect that.
Okay, cool. He was probably the masked boxer and responsible for all the other weird rumors.
A forbidden zone?
Thanks for the heads up.
Sounds like something that someone just made up. I've never heard of that. Where did you hear about it?
I haven't
That's
either.
just a rumor we've been hearing, but
No,
no
it
worries
isn't.
if you've never heard of it.
I
Do you
think
have
our
anything
sequence
else you
broke
can tell
again.
us?
Anything else? Not that I can think of. but I'll be sure to tell you anything interesting I hear next time. You'll have to play a game of Genius Invocation with me first, though.
Eat my tits. You want to stop Child from being absorbed back into the abyss, or do you want to play Yu-Gi-Oh? Gee, let me think about... No! Not the way.
The wind rises.
That was your theory, him being the dude in the rumors. That thought did cross my mind as well, but I just kind of... I didn't articulate it, and again, just kind of stopped thinking about it when I realized, oh, these don't matter. Yu-Gi-Oh's pretty cool, don't get me wrong. But if the choice is Eldritch Horror Story and Yu-Gi-Oh, I pick Eldritch Horror Story every time.
If you ask me, those pompous parasites on the surface act like they're all a bunch of aristocrats. Do any of them give half a hoot about a bunch of dogs like us?
Hey, speak for yourself, mate. I'm no dog.
Oh, you think you're special or something? If you're here, then you're just a convict like the rest of us. I've heard that even if you're released after serving your sentence, going back to life on the surface ain't any better. Once a criminal, always a criminal. Or marked for life.
America.
I don't buy that.
Hey, how cool would it be if the whole world was destroyed by a giant flood and everyone had to start over from nothing?
What kind of filthy bilgewater are you spewing?
Very
I have
subtle
family
foreshadowing.
Up there. You best shut your sewer hole and talk like that. Listen, things ain't so great on the surface, but who says that you have to leave? I've heard that you can still stay here and work even after you've served your sentence. Not bad if you ask me. Who wants to live in the ruddy overworld anyway?
And what makes you think they want to hire someone like you? It's one of the great mysteries of the universe, how someone as useless as you is so confident.
Whoa. Sounds like they're really unhappy about the overworld. Speaking of which, Paimon never heard anyone use the words overworld or underworld when we were living up there. Is it only something the inmates down here say? That's true. There's a group of people over there. Let's go listen in.
So I said, that's not a faucet. Hey, who are you two? Why'd you come over all of a sudden?
Oh, sorry for eavesdropping. Sounds like you were talking about something private.
What's the matter? They're just looking to join in on our fun, that's all.
Hey, don't pretend like it's okay for them to just interrupt us like that. Fine. You're lucky we don't mind extroverts that much.
You hear that, Quisto? What nice!
Your expressions tell me you're looking to hear some juicy info, am I right? But before that, it just so happens that I know you two.
Really? Are we that famous?
You don't mind me, I'm literally just browsing Twitter in the background.
You're kidding. How often does anyone get a personal
Genshin
tour
trying
by
to
His
copy
Grace
Stariel's
himself?
homework in
Practically
what
everyone was
regard?
talking about it. Word has it that you also caused quite the kerfuffle.
A little mistake, huh? I like the way you put it. You see, people with a good attitude can join our group anytime. Unlike some of the others here.
Your group?
I'm Quisto, and this is Lavaroon. People usually call us the Bombshell Bros, but don't worry.
I'm gonna call
we're
you the
not playing with
Blowjob
bombs or
Brothers.
anything. It's just that our information is always so explosive.
Anime
and
Russia
we blow
Underworld?
minds
Oh,
on
a
the
little
regular.
bit, yeah.
So,
With it
you two
effectively
really
being a
like
separate
to
society and the
gossip?
way they operate, yeah, actually a little
You
bit.
sure know how to embellish.
No, you don't get it. Knowing intelligence will make things better for you here. For example, Knowing who's working with whom, who has the latest rumors, who's not getting along. Wouldn't you like to know all that?
No.
Whoa, all this info's worth something, you know? You should prove you're worthy of it.
Oh,
I don't mind him. Quisto's always this way. Just play nice and say something to massage his ego. The welfare meals. Talk about the welfare meals.
I repeat, we know what happened to Ajax now. We have a plan to chase him down and investigate, like, what he would have been after he went through the pipes. Why are we doing this instead of talking to the twins?
Right. That meal we had yesterday was super
What
delicious.
is the point?
Paimon can still taste it whenever she closes her eyes.
Is that so? To tell you the truth, I've been helping out with making those welfare meals. I've been working as a kitchen assistant for about a month and a half now.
Oh, so you're the one who made those delicious steaks. Amazing. You could be a professional chef.
Waiting
You
for special
are
assignments to
correct.
finish the story. Oh god,
I
that
am a
event.
true professional.
I did leave a
In
PS
fact, I
in my
went to
mini
culinary
essay
school.
about
But
Star
enough
Rails
about that.
issues
Since
in
you
the
like my
survey,
cooking,
saying
I
PS.
guess that means
Why
we
was
share
this?
similar
Why did this
tastes.
count as a regular
Listen
assignment?
carefully.
Like,
This
come on.
little bombshell will help you learn what's really going on here in the fortress. Listen, kids. The power structure within the fortress is quite complicated. The overworlders couldn't care less about us down here. We're basically dogs to them. You've already met the one person here you should never cross, the Duke, Risley. He knows more than you think. And if he doesn't care about something, then he often doesn't bother dealing with it.
Much like how I'm not bothering
Those
dealing
who
with
have
you
the
guys.
Duke's attention get all kinds of special perks. Even better treatment in the infirmary.
I know who you mean. It's that Jurier character, right? I don't think there's anything useful about him at all. Why does he visit the infirmary practically every day? Is it normal for anyone to be going in and out of there
Because
so
there's a
often?
cute sea bunny
If you
girl
ask
there.
me, he's just faking it to get out of work.
But did you know that Churia was a
When
talented
you were working in the grocery
researcher
store, you
from
had
the
two coworkers who
Fontaine
went to culinary school for a while. They were
Research
complete strangers
Institute
outside of
before
work,
he
but you
came
found that connection
here.
funny.
There's no denying that.
I don't care if he was a researcher that could turn dirt into Mora. Once you're in the fortress of Meripede, you're just another inmate like everybody
More
else.
interesting than anything that these guys have to say.
Speaking of which, the last time I saw him, he was passing by in the corridor with Lorvine. I also heard they started arguing in the library and got into a fight, right? Guess that's just how terrible of a guy he is.
You mean he hit a woman? Wow, I never imagined he was that bad.
But that Lorvine's
But did
also
he
quite
steal
the
a
odd one,
kidney?
you know? She's always gabbing away, got into a fight with a
As
man,
long as he
and she
didn't
also
steal
got
anyone's
sent to the
kidney, I think
infirmary.
we can save him.
Come to think of it, I always see her going to the sick bay every couple of days, too.
Don't mind you lurking, Neo. Feel free.
Wait a second. You don't think?
the
Do you think
the
could it
game
be that
certainly ain't doing nothing to
they're
deserve your full
secretly meeting
attention
there
like
to
it
go
did
on
last time.
dates? But it's
Like,
really
I'm
hard
sorry.
to
Like, I
imagine.
believe anyone who's offended at me,
After all, I do
At me,
remember seeing
not
Lorvine
caring for
beat
this.
Julia to a pulp that one time.
y'all saw how optimistic I was at the start of the
We
stream.
might be overthinking things.
Compare my tone at the start of Act 3 to the tone I have now, I'm sure.
Okay, we've talked to just about everyone, and it's about time for us to go meet Linny. According to the card he left us, we should go meet him in the production zone.
Here, what floor? That's awesome. Let's do this.
Squall and Fury.
Scaramouche was the best decision I ever made in this game. If you played this earlier today, you'd feel the same secret, yeah. Again, like, it's almost more frustrating because, like, again, just last time the first two acts were so strong, and again, some of the stuff going on is interesting. I genuinely like the atmosphere and setup of this, but just holy crap, this execution. This is soul-crushing. Like, I guess in a way it is the Star Rail situation, the same problem with the Xianzhou quest.
Wind rises.
Because, like, yeah, they're laying these crumbs. They're establishing that, yeah, these interesting things are happening.
Too slow.
We're just not focusing on those things. Why the hell did I get on one elevator? Whatever. It's fine, we're going to talk to the twins. They're actual characters. They'll probably have something actually useful to say.
Behold.
Can't wait to meet Gondor and find out where the real Queen Nia is. Shut up!
Huh?
Why would you stab me like that, Zilch? Ah!
That look in your eyes. You found something?
Hey, this is no time to be modest. Just tell him we found a boatload of information.
And like 2 whole parts of it are
As
useful.
expected of the legendary duo, you have my full and undivided attention. Huh. I'd have never guessed that myself. The rumors swirling about this place are unreliable after all, and Master Child probably went missing because he found a way out. He is a harbinger after all. I suppose he's much more resourceful than I initially gave him credit for. Unfortunately, this isn't enough for our final report to Father. We need to find out Master Child's exact whereabouts. Father told me that even though Master Child said he was just coming to Fontaine for a vacation, he actually had some personal reasons. His agenda might be linked to his disappearance.
His escape route is already flooded, so we'll have to task someone with professional diving skills to chase after him.
Well, when you put it that way, it's obvious that only Fremine would be up to the task.
Bingo! Is he around?
He's working today. Coming here as a group would have attracted too much attention. I'll talk to him about it later. It's the least I can do. We're all in this together, so it's only fair for us to fulfill our end of the bargain. Honestly, I'm far more impressed by you guys managing to collect all this information right under Risley's watchful eyes.
Collecting information has always been our strong point.
Now, let me think. To find out more information, Fremine will have to retrace Master Child's original route. And if he's to do that, he'll have to set out on the next pipe cleaning day at the earliest. That's 6 days from now.
Oh my god.
And after that, he'll probably take another 2 or 3 days to return.
You can even estimate how long it'll take for him to get back?
We've been working together for a long time. We know each other's
Game, if you
capabilities like
make
the
me
backs of our
actually do like the
hands.
work days in game and
Traveler,
everything for 6
what say
times
you to
over, I
meeting
swear to
here
god.
9 days from now? We'll be able to pick up Fremine while we're at it, too.
9 days, my bad.
Oh, and there's just one last thing we'd like your help with. Though we can just sit back and wait for Fremine's report on Master Child's whereabouts, we still need to make more progress on the investigation of the Forbidden Zone. Fremine's no master of disguise. Lynette's still working on getting intel from the other areas, and I'll need to spend some time helping Fremine prepare for his diving mission. So, you are the only ones we can count on.
What do you want us to do? Will it be hard?
Well, I won't call it easy per se, but I think you'll be able to pull it off. Listen carefully. You'll need to find an excuse to get into the infirmary and investigate the room and environs. You've mentioned several sketchy-looking people always meeting at the infirmary earlier, so it probably has something to do with the secret we're hoping to uncover. You've already met the head nurse, so she'll be less suspicious of you. Investigate the internal structure of the infirmary and any active dealings within, and pass those on to me alongside anything else you're able to discover. But also, there's no need to take risks. Don't forget, safety always comes first.
Sounds good, Lenny.
My apologies. I just started rambling out of habit. It was almost as if I was talking to my younger sister.
That's creepy.
That's not a bad thing, right?
That's creepy considering you were flirting with me in your character quest.
All right, then we'll head out as soon as we finish our prep.
Let's go our separate ways for now then. Don't forget, we meet here again in 9 days. Stay safe.
Sure is trails in the sky in here.
Hey, stay here for now. Paimon will take a peek. There seem to be several people inside.
Right. I feel like
It's not impossible.
Oh. It's a bit hard to understand them from here, so why don't we just try to talk to them in person? Let's go as soon as you're ready. Someone, please help! She's sick!
Wouldn't be a prison episode without the fake sick man routine, huh?
Whoa, are you okay?
Oh my! What's wrong, little one? There's no need to panic. Take a deep breath
Please
before
don't
you begin. The traveler
Oh,
started
she's talking to
complaining of a
Paimon. I was like,
stomachache
don't
and
call
then
me
nausea,
little one.
and
What
then
the fuck?
collapsed onto the ground. Paimon doesn't know what to do. Freezing limbs, twitching fingers, and pale complexion. Could it be poison?
Ow!
Let
My
me take
stomach
a look.
is
Please lie
bleeding.
down over here. Don't worry.
Tummy,
I'll get you to the
ouch.
bed safely. Here, hold on to my shoulder and walk slowly. You can do it, traveler.
Thank you.
Don't apologize. You're sick after all. Now, please relax. I'm just going to do a preliminary checkup on you.
You and Smith's begun her checkup. Hope I'm not healthy.
I see now. My checkup has confirmed that she's not in any mortal danger. That's our worst fear out of the way. Eh? Oh, that's good. But... I'll continue my diagnosis of the patient now. Please, relax and take a deep breath.
Sit back, relax, take a load off your mind.
Don't sense serious damage to your organs either. Does it hurt when I press here?
I have 8 varieties of the common cold all at once. My god! You got spoiled on 2 things about Cosmic Fury, and you'll say, what was the point in that? Is this really all that you will do? I saw one thing, and it was a thing that a lot of insiders had been hinting at, / preemptively spoiling already.
Huh?
So I don't give a crap.
Based on my initial checkup, there shouldn't be a problem here. Oh, how strange.
But yeah, no, that sounds about... I've seen a couple of people I follow who have been posting, like, very brief, like, spoiler-free reviews.
What
And
about
it
here?
seems to be the
Does
exact
this
same
hurt?
consensus
Oh,
as once and
I
always,
understand. So that's what it is.
where, like,
I think
at
you just ate
best,
something
it was
that
okay.
disagreed with you. That's all. Nothing too serious. Outside of a pretty bad stomachache.
Which is
when it
about what I
decides to act
expected.
up. So that's what it is. Thank goodness it's not anything more serious. And there have been other inmates complaining about the food recently. I'll inform our head chef, Mr. Wolsey, of this problem as soon as possible. Congratulations! The health risk is incredibly low, so you should recover within a couple days. Why don't you take a rest here while I go get some medicine for you? Miss Levine, I'll have to trouble you to help me look after this new patient while I'm gone.
Very well.
And she hopped away, just like that.
See, buddy?
Hello. So how are you feeling now?
Not great. This quest is still going. And they're doing that thing where I'm talking but not actually voice acted at all.
Her
It's a
stomach
little
aches
annoying.
really bad. She was stumbling about the whole way here, so Paimon's really worried.
We talked to a real character for
If
2
Miss
seconds.
Sijuin says it's not a serious problem,
Need to
then there's
be.
no need to worry. She's the best medic we've got down here.
But it also looks like she's the only medic you've got down here.
Yep, that
well,
makes her that makes
that's
her our
true.
best one.
What do
Don't
you
it?
mean that's true? That's really misrepresenting the situation. Of course I can't speak for the whole fortress, but it's not like everyone imprisoned here is useless, you know? Though they may have committed
Gonna skip
crimes
the
and
part
gotten
where he
locked up
starts
here as a result,
grinding
they
for
still
his
know a
boss
thing or
battle
two
for
about
attention
medicine,
back.
and they help Miss Sijuin take care of the
Are we
sick and
actually gonna
injured.
fight Furita? That'd be pretty
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
I
you're
doubt
right.
it.
But did
She's
you
too
have to
cringe
lecture me
fail.
about it in front of another patient?
If we threaten to
Aren't
beat
you
her
a
up, she'd
patient
just
too?
recoil
Where did all
and
your
start
energy come
crying
from?
and begging for mercy.
That's correct. Sorry, I got a bit ahead of myself.
Are you two also sick?
We've been sick a while. I come back every once in a while for checkups and to pick up the medicines Miss Sijuin prescribes for us. That's just the nature of chronic illnesses.
I'm the nerdy
As for her- You could say she fancies herself as Miss Sijuin's capable helper because she learned a bit of medical knowledge ages ago.
Please watch your mouth, Mr. Jurier. Don't forget that you are the primary reason I have frequent heart palpitations.
Hey, don't start arguing now. Please, keep it civil at least.
Gave us a really false impression of the prison. He did admit that towards the end. Or do you mean towards the prison segment being good? Or towards the conditions here being good? Either way, yes. But at least he admitted the, at least he admitted the former. Or the latter. I forget which I said first. Don't mind me. I'm slightly zoning out. I can't imagine why.
Hey! There's no need to fight! Everyone will be released someday, so there's no need to argue over silly things like this!
But...
Release. It's way too early for us to even think about that. And who the heck knows if we'd even be able to continue our previous lives?
Call me Axel Lowe. By the way, I be zoning. There's a hatch. There's a secret entrance.
Please allow me to end
It could
this
be
boring
hiding
and
something.
useless
It could be an
conversation.
exit she uses, since we know
Oh,
she
and
disappears
Mr.
from the
Jurier,
infirmary
I don't want
sometimes.
to see your face here again anytime soon.
One of these two could be
And
Sussy
same
Baka.
to you, Miss Lorvine. Anyway, that was more than enough rest for me, so I'm going to get out of this excessively noisy place. See you later, everyone.
He just slowly walked off like that?
That's just what he's like. I'm sorry you had to see all of that. I'm Lorvine, and that's... Well, his name is Jurier, but I hope you'll never have cause to remember his name.
You really can't stand him, huh?
Tee-hee,
I mean,
tee-hee.
can you blame me?
You just
Who would
know
like
those
someone
two
who's
are
as
gonna
arrogant
get
and
together.
obsessed with weird research topics as he is? But there's no need to keep dwelling on him. I'll accompany you two for a while. Miss Sijuin should be back soon, and I'm sure you'll feel better as soon as you've had some of her medicine. No, it's nothing.
I'm back! Did you rest like you promised?
Thank you for getting our medicine, Miss Sijuin.
Did you all cooperate with your bed rest? I trust that nobody got up to walk around. Good. Here, this should be 2 days' worth of medicine for you. Take one pill now, and then continue your bed rest. Miss Lorvine, I left in a bit of a hurry just now. Do you still remember if we discussed the color of the pill that you should be taking today?
If you take the red
I
pill,
remember.
you'll be backed in
You said it
Acts
should be
1 and
yellow.
2 when the story was actually engaging. If you take the blue pill, you will be forced to
Yellow,
continue
huh.
the endless descent into
understand.
mediocrity.
These They're
with
yours.
only but a
Please,
trail
make
of
sure
crumbs
to go to
leading
bed
to
early after
actual
taking
cool
them tonight.
developments.
You'll benefit from a good night's sleep.
All right, then I'll also be on my way now. I hope you
Is
feel
there
better
a
soon,
green
too.
pill, Lawrence Fishbird?
See ya!
Can I take the green pill? Where it's just progress,
I'm
but
going to fill out
decent?
your medical record now. You're widely known as the Traveler, right?
Please?
I just want to double check a few details. If
The
that's
green
all
pill
right
takes
with
me
you.
to Star Rail. I don't want
Those two
that
made
one
quite
right
the
now
commotion
either.
Just now, so why don't we let the Traveler rest?
At least not for the
Get
main
into the
plot. Those
questions
companion quests we
instead.
did last night were good.
So her primary symptoms are abdominal pain with secondary symptoms of nausea. Is there anything else?
The green pill takes me to Vita? Oh
Alright
god,
then.
just kill me!
Is there anything we should know besides to take the meds? No, her base constitution is quite good, so I'm sure she'll recover quite quickly after taking the medicine. Please, make sure to stick to bland or less stimulating foods, and don't stay up too late at night. Got it! Paimon will hold the Traveler to that for sure.
The small child is
you're
judging
going to
me.
take a nap already? Okay then, you get some rest.
Hey, so as good as the first impression was, don't let it fool you. You're gonna have a lot of subordinates follow you here for when you do anything meaningful. When do I get to go do the cool stuff? When I finally suplex this shark wearing a bolo tie. Okay. Who's wearing the tie? Yes. The IDEO salt IDEO sponsor salt pill takes me to Trails 3. I'll take that one.
She may look a bit under the weather now, but she's actually super strong. So you're the best of companions. Well, don't worry, she'll recover soon.
I'm guessing this is supposed to be much quieter than the volume was. Because we're listening or whatever.
You're awake.
And now that my audio broke.
How do you feel? You slept for a really long time, but we never left. Well, now you can go back without a worry in the world. Remember to take your meds regularly, and remember bland
Bound
foods.
arc. Bound arc.
Thank you, Miss
Do we need to bring him in? I think we need to bring him in. Let me get to more talking with words or something and we'll bring him in.
Take it easy.
Ah! Must go faster. Must go faster.
You really are something. To be able to fall asleep like that and even
I want to get
sleep half
C1
the entire time,
Yelan if
that's
possible
what Paimon has
at
to
some
do.
point. Just to be able to go even faster. TL takes you to Pokemon DLC? I can fuck with that.
No, but you kept mumbling things along the lines of, Pyron, go take my grilled fish and put down the Adeptus Temptation now. Paimon talked with Sigewinne the entire time you were asleep. She seems like she's just a sincere nurse, and Paimon didn't notice anything unusual in the room. Are you sure we're not going off track with the infirmary?
Just said there's a secret hatch there, not that she's the one using it. Didn't necessarily say it was malicious. With the way things have gone thus far, I'm willing to bet that it's actually probably innocuous if it is something that she's actually using.
Whoa! You really are super thorough. All those tiny little suspicious things that Paimon didn't even pick up on. We've got to get the info to Linny.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for not making me go through those days manually. I appreciate that. I appreciate the small mercy, but nonetheless, it has gotten that dire. And I am at the point where I have to start seriously asking, is this his plan? Is it? We'll find out.
Today's the day. Let's go meet up with Linny.
God, can you imagine if I was still doing Honkai story on screen? Can you imagine me playing through the Vita arc on stream? That'd be so goddamn bad!
Oh.
Sorry if I said it once, but why does it feel like the new Times Square Karina sounds more reserved? She immediately goes back to shrill. Because again, because it's outside their normal register.
Over the past few days?
No, we just worked our shifts according to
Like,
the
yeah,
schedule.
Karina can do voices
Nothing
like
weird
that, but like
happened.
doing it for this long with this much
good.
dialogue, it starts to wear
That
thin
means
after
you
a
didn't
while.
raise any suspicions when
Like you can tell
infiltrated
that
the
they have to
infirmary.
really put a strain
We've
on their
taken
voice
a look at the slip you've sent.
to be able to
Fremine
keep
successfully
Paimon
left the
sounding that
grounds via
shrill.
the pipes 2 days ago.
And so it
as
kind
of
of
last
fluctuates
night,
sometimes.
Lynette has also
Like, it
infiltrated
sounds
the
like it
infirmary
hurt.
after faking an illness.
It unironically
Wait,
sounds
why
like it
is
hurts
she
to
getting
talk
involved
after
as well?
at certain points. And I'm sure
you
that's
already
why.
went above and beyond when you scoped out the infirmary.
I really wish
To
they just
put it
let
more bluntly, even
let
if we
them
were to
keep,
view that
the
as something
tone
you did in exchange for
closer to their
Fremine's
natural
help,
register.
you've already done more than enough. Infiltrating a guarded stronghold is a different kind of job from a one-off investigation. We want to
Yeah, sorry,
avoid using
Karina's
the same
non-binary.
faces
I try
over
my
and
best
over
to
and reduce the amount of
pile that into my
suspicion that will
brain.
fall on any given person.
But since
Lynette
Paimon is
also
female,
felt like you have already taken the first
and the
step
voice
for
itself
us, so
is
she should
very
be the
clearly
one to
female
finish
leaning,
the
it's
job.
hard to
So that's what
it's hard to
Lynette
keep
thinks.
track. I promise, I'm harmless.
Paimon hopes everything's going well for her.
You can call yourself whatever you want. I'm just bad with words. I'll help you. You're a
Perhaps
real
that's
character
true.
who I like.
You are both very good people, and we've come to appreciate that more than anyone else. Unfortunately, there's still one thing that could get between us, lest you've forgotten. The matter of our respective loyalties. You've mentioned before that you've had some run-ins with the Fatui. I can understand that feeling, so I assume you're just helping us out of the kindness of your hearts?
Well, everyone could use some more friends. We'll be counting on you to help us in the future, too.
Since I see you as friends, then it's even more important for us to protect you from any peril. Fremine and Lynette feel the same way. Glad to hear it. Then, let's go check on Lynette before Fremine returns. If everything went well, then she should be wrapping up her investigation right about now.
Is now really a good time to go over?
According to my observations, Sigewinne always spends around half an hour away from the infirmary right before lunch. Lynette knows this as well, so this should be a good time to meet up with her. Also, I'm her brother, remember? It's only natural for an older brother to care about his younger sister's well-being.
Okay, then let's head over right away.
Hey!
Quit following me.
Lynette should be here right now. Huh. Strange. Lynette?
Uh-oh.
As expected, Sigewinne isn't here, but why isn't Lynette here?
Found a
No,
lead?
Lynette rarely deviates from the plan. We agreed that if she were to make changes on the fly, she'd find a way to let me know. Unless...
Let's see if there are any clues around here. We can look while we wait for her. Who knows? Maybe she'll be back soon.
Okay.
Swan Fury.
Lenny,
There are some
don't
books
talk
here
about
and
the
a few
plan.
files. They all look like medical records. Advanced nursing.
Was this
how
his
to
plan?
raise the spirit of your patients, a quick guide to the psychology of emotions, and the meaning of laughter. These sure are some interesting books. Who knew Sigewinne would be interested in these kinds of things? She even has books on understanding people's motivations and feelings. Is it because she's a Melazine? Or does she have a need to understand her patient's emotional state?
Seems quite normal to me. These are skills that would come in handy for a nurse from time to time.
Someone's been sleeping
None
in
of the
my
beds have any
bed.
signs of having been slept in. Except that one over there.
That's the one Lynette must have used, right? You said she was pretending to be sick.
Mm-hmm. She would have said her migraine was having a particularly bad flare-up. Generally speaking, the head nurse would then ask her to lie down and rest, while she left to retrieve the medication. Which means, either the head nurse didn't return the entire time from when Lynette laid down up until she left the bed, or...
There was a
the
third
nurse
guard for horny
intentionally
jail.
left it
Really?
this way.
Who was it? Who are we missing? It had to have been somebody I just photoshopped in and added on top of the already existing overlay. Because, like, the horny jail has always been a single PNG.
Ah, this is it! We saw it before!
Wait, this thing?
You saw a blue and blackbird named
Doesn't look
Griffin?
like it's been disguised that well.
Oh, he wasn't a guard. Griffin wasn't a
space
horny jail
behind
guard.
it
We
is
just
empty.
had him up on screen for
From
a
its
while.
size, I don't think
after,
it's an entrance that is meant to be taken apart.
I apologize. I always forget how to pronounce his last name. Brad Venable?
Could Lynette
Venable?
have tried to get inside?
I'm butchering that
But
last
if
name. I'm
that's the
sorry, but
case,
he
she
was
would
the
have
voice
contacted me
actor
for
for
sure.
Griffin in DMC5, who passed away a year or so back, I think. 2 years, probably closer to 2 years at this point. Yeah, he wasn't an
Let's
official
look
horny
around
jail
here
guard.
for some more clues. Don't panic, just take another look.
Monado, no! Who is his Japanese voice actor?
Hey, you guys, there's a slip of paper over here!
I just felt a
slip
chill
of
up my
paper.
spine. Could somebody make
It's
sure
right
that their
over
Japanese
here,
voice
and there's a
actors aren't the
bunch
same
written on it,
somehow?
too. It reads, out of respect for your usual practices, I'll use a piece of paper or card as the medium to pass on my message. You may consider this as me giving you my best regards.
This is...
Is that all? The back. This is...
Show me! Now!
Uh-oh.
That look on your face.
Someone
Paimon's
kidnap
reading
her?
it now. Would you care to guess where Miss Lynette of the Fatui could be right now?
Bruh.
No. Could she have... Is she already...
Writhsley. Did he deliberately leave the infirmary unguarded to use it as bait?
Wait, you mean he was aware of our goals from the very beginning? But why? We didn't run into any trouble last time, and he also never reached out to us since.
Yeah, why would he suddenly give a shit about what?
Yes, that is a crucial question. Writhsley, he doesn't do anything without a clear goal or reason. So this means he had no concerns about your activities from the very beginning. You're not from the same camp as us. You were sent down here by Nervulet, so you have no conflict of interest with Writhsley. We're a completely different story, though.
He isn't Jin, but he is Jotaro? Oh god.
I'd like to know that, too. Why did he only go after her?
As long as he's not Karya, that's fine.
Don't panic. Just think everything over. I have to stay calm. This is not like what happened last time. The situation's different now. Wait, you're right. Wait, but that means the fact that Fremine was able to leave the grounds. Could Writhsley have let him go as well?
But what does he gain by letting Fremine leave like that?
I don't get it. By all means, sounds smart.
So he's challenging me and trying to provoke me, I'm sure of it. We never should have sent out Fremine. We had to go through all that trouble to find an opening to sneak him around the guards and into the pipe, and we even thought luck was on our side. If Writhsley let him leave on purpose, then he's probably in a terrible spot now as well.
Lenny's getting more and more panicked. We have to calm him down.
His siblings are in danger, and I don't understand where the plot is going anymore. I don't blame him for panicking.
Don't be like this, Linny. Fremine wouldn't have left if we hadn't told you about Child. That was our fault.
No. I'm the leader of this operation, and I'm the one responsible for this team. I was the one who failed to protect them.
He's also Silver.
I'll go talk to Risley.
Not Shadow?
Hey, don't be reckless. Traveler, please
Missed
talk some
opportunity.
sense into him.
I simply cannot allow Lynette to be abducted again. I have to go. I'll find a way to get them back.
Oh yeah, his sister was also abducted and almost sold into child prostitution once before. Yeah, I don't blame him for being triggered. What is her plan? Ah!
I feel like we still have some room to make changes on these details.
It's not impossible, but it'll require extensive testing.
Is that so? Very well. Then please be mindful of the time. Huh?
Is someone?
Pack everything up. Whoever's outside is eavesdropping. They'll probably come in once we stop talking. Someone! Please help! She's sick!
Whoa, are you okay?
These two. As expected, they've already found this place. Oh, they are quite sharp.
It's a public
Quite the
infirmary.
wonderful turn of events. I like smart people, but I also like playing dumb. I like the feeling of being trusted.
I should have known. Assuming I'm correct and that is Sayaka's voice actress, I don't think since Sayaka she's ever played not including Sayaka, honestly. I don't think this voice actress has ever played a single character who wasn't at least slightly unhinged secretly.
Oh my! What's wrong, little one? There's
I
no
should
need to
have known
panic.
better.
Take a deep breath before you begin.
Dear God. Okay.
Being able to read human expressions is quite the useful skill.
Which Sayaka? Monica.
Wait! It's no use. We have to catch up to him.
It's no use! Who was Sayaka? Blue hair.
How is he so fast? Let's go head him off at Risley's office.
The raspberry.
Come out and face me, Risley!
You could start by pronouncing his name correctly.
Aren't we at an administrative office space? Why don't you at least try to follow
At least I
even
thought
a
it was
couple
Risley,
rules from
not
the
Wa-
fortress's
not
indoor
Risley.
management regulations?
What
could
did
be
you
wrong.
do to my sister?
I ran into the young miss at the infirmary. I'd heard that she was suffering from quite the migraine, so I decided to invite her over for a cup of tea. I do have some teas in my collection that can work wonders against such an illness.
Stop joking around! Where did you take my siblings?
I have also heard that your performances are quite the spectacle. Miss Lynette would sometimes enter a box filled with water, only to emerge the next second from another place altogether. Maybe she'll appear behind you right now if you were to turn your head.
Is he trying to trick me into turning my head? No, he's probably not looking to attack me right now. All of the hostages are in his hands, and he's even in the mood for small talk. That means Lynette is probably still alive. You knew we were investigating the infirmary from the start, so you deliberately aroused the Traveler's suspicions and
I'll take
baited
your
us into
offer.
continuing our investigation, just so that
I
you'd
was
be able
gonna
to
say, I
kidnap
see no
Lynette.
reason not to believe him.
As for Fremine, no, you probably didn't even interfere with Child's escape. You let him go so you could purge the Fatui members that we had planted into your ranks.
Don't
There
you
was
judge
no need
Blanco,
to do
he's
so.
very handsome.
The fortress of Meripede is a pretty pleasant place. Most people enjoy their lives here. The only ones who act differently are those with personal agendas. It was quite easy to identify your colleagues.
You removed our original members and spread the news of Child's escape so Father would assign our team to come down and investigate. Fremine has also fallen into your hands, right? If you're oh so omnipotent and so in control, why would you need hostages?
One correction. Lynette is in my hands right now, but Fremine is not.
He's not? What do you really want?
Lenny!
Oh, wonderful. Everyone is here, so I'll only need to say this once. Thank you so much for cooperating with me.
Where are the kiddos?
Eager and to the point, I see. Alas, only Miss Lynette is currently having a cup of the fortress's finest tea.
Tea!
Although, as per your original plan, Mr. Fremine should also have returned to the fortress by now. But he has neither shown up within my gates, nor has he been taken into any kind of custody. So, where do you think he may be right now?
Wait, you can't mean... You locked him outside in the sea?
I closed the fortress's gate to the outside world. That's all.
Fremine's a star diver, so he should be fine, right?
No, we're still here, so he definitely tried to find a way to come back for us. So we can't assume he might have made a break for the surface.
But why would I do this, you may be asking? To have an audience with you, of course. My intel tells me that Mr. Linney is a great magician, so it's only natural for me to want to have some cards of my own when it comes to negotiating. Besides, I do recall you mentioning to Miss Lynette that you've always wanted to have a face-to-face meeting with the Lord of the Fortress of Meripede, regardless of whether it was in a personal or a professional capacity.
Oh my.
Well, you got your wish.
So, you've been keeping tabs on us before we even set foot in the fortress.
Some of my folks just happened to hear a thing or two, that's all. In any case, I will be straight with you. I was willing to play dumb and turn a blind eye, so we had a pleasant few days playing games together here. But once you started focusing on the Forbidden Zone, all of that changed. Mr. Linney, the cards are stacked against you right now. Miss Lynette is in my hands, and Mr. Fremine is still slowly being pickled out there in the brine. You know just as well as I that he cannot last out there forever. You need do but one thing to guarantee their safety. I would like you to contact your superior, and ideally invite her over for a cup of tea with me.
Bruh.
You want to see Father? But why should she bother giving you an audience?
Well, if she cares for the well-being of her dearest children, she should have plenty of motivation to join me for a parents' evening. I've heard that the bonds between the members of the House of the Hearth are like the bonds of family. I don't see why she would refuse.
I respect the power play.
Why did you think Father sent us to handle the Fortress of Meripede? This place is basically a no man's land.
It just comes across a lot.
As important as a
It just
harbinger
comes
like
across a
Father
lot
to come here
harsher
in
for poor
person.
Lenny, given his history with his siblings being in
So
dire
it's because
straits.
she doesn't
But
care for my place here. That's such a shame.
I
After all,
couldn't
I've
actually
amassed
ended with
quite
this.
the tea collection.
God.
I was looking forward to sharing it with her.
it could have.
Both Monsieur Neuvillette and Lady Farina have already
They
received
just broken up the
many
quest differently and
samples as
skipped all that
gifts.
fucking filler
Was
towards
this
the end of
extent of your
part
master
3.
plan to get to Father? No matter how much pressure you may put on me, I won't allow you to use us to blackmail her.
You people really are difficult to get along with. All I'm asking for is a face-to-face conversation. Does she truly have no interest in the fortress's secret? Mr. Linney, you have one last chance to invite your father here. If you refuse...
Lenny!
Instead of asking why I'm doing this, why don't you try to see things from my perspective for a second? From the very beginning, the Fatui has been actively infiltrating my fortress. I gave you a warning by cutting off the first
Again,
few
I can't
operatives
argue
I
with
found,
that.
but that only caused you to double down. Had you given up on the fortress then and there, I'd have no reason to want to talk. Mr. Fremine left the fortress on his own, and Miss Lynette tried to pry out my secrets right in front of me. No matter how you look at it, the responsibility for this falls on you.
I shouldn't ask Father to do anything because of us.
6, 5,
Wait,
2, 1. Time's up. It really is a shame, Mr. Linney.
Risley!
Negotiations have broken down. Please leave, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for my afternoon tea.
Tea? Bruh. What about me? I'm not with the Fatui. I came here on Judge Daddy's orders. I don't even know this guy.
Yeah, listen to the Traveler. If you can't talk to Linny, can you at least talk to us?
You do realize that I'm only letting you go because of Neuvillette, yes? You're here helping him out, and I've already done my best to stay out of your way. But that doesn't mean you can just do whatever you want. The fortress may be small and remote, but it still has its own set of laws.
Look. I mean, where's the option to say don't punish Lynette? I'm sorry. We don't even know this kid. I thought we would at least be asking him personally for the diving thing, but they did that off screen with each other. We've shared like one word of dialogue with the Rex kid. And again, I hate his design. I'm just not terribly invested. I guess I want to say both of them. The threats to making beer ass he's
this?
again.
Those
like,
who are capable deserve respect.
You can come across as harsh just because, again, of like what we know Linny's already been through.
Tell me a thing or two about what you found. I'll ask you 3 questions.
But
Answer
purely
all of them
from his
correctly,
perspective,
and I'll
yeah.
agree to your request. Question 1.
Like, Russia
Regarding
is
the hidden
infiltrating my
rules of the
prison, and
production
I don't
zone,
trust it, and I'm
what
not
is the
going to let
truth
them do
behind
what
the
they
one
want.
about not being allowed to work for 3 days in a row?
It's completely understandable. Oh, here's the... Really? This is the point? This is the point to all that other bullshit going around. So that he can ask us 3 riddles. Oh my god, and it's this minigame. Oh, I hate this bullshit.
I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just before lunch. But what could Sijuin be doing during that time?
Oh, wait. There's no way to go back, is there?
I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just before... I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just before lunch. But what could Sijuin be doing during that time? The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't We often see Miss Sijuin observing the prisoners at work near the production zone. It seems like she can perceive the general state of a person's health just by looking at them.
Don't mind me, I found a walkthrough. I hate this segment.
I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just before lunch. I've been told that the infirmary is always... The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value. We often see Miss Sijuin... Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed and unpackaged product.
Yeah. And so, again, so it really is this part really is just that simple. This was one of the theories this is one of the things I brought up. Is that these guys were just testing their products on prisoners. It completely just like, this is so stupid! Like, at least this is a payoff for it, but, like, it didn't even need to be a payoff. It could have just not been a plot point. He could have just told us the information because we're cool or whatever. What?
According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because the Fonta company... The research note said that the Melusine race perceives the world very differently from... The Fonta promoter has been struggling because...
Okay, cool. The walkthrough is just wrong.
According to Collins, the research note said that...
It just straight up gave me the wrong one. Good walkthrough.
So that's what's going on. Paimon
Do not use the
understands it now.
GameWith.com
Who'd
walkthrough for
guess?
this.
The hidden rule of the production zone. People are not supposed to work 3 days in a row, and if they do, they'll get strange meat in their welfare meal.
The rumor was
At
actually
first
that
we
they'll
thought
disappear.
This strange meat must have something to do with the people who disappeared.
Yeah,
But
no
in
doubt.
reality,
There was nothing
they
about
were
strange
all
meat. We only found that out because we ate
prepared
it.
by Sijween, the head nurse. She often visits the production zone to observe the workers' health and makes a note of anyone who has worn themselves out after 3 full days of work. Out of her sense of duty as the head nurse, as well as her genuine concern for the workers' health, Sijween visits the cafeteria right before lunch and cooks an extra dish for those who can use the stamina boost. Sijween has only the best intentions with her surprise gift and doesn't want anyone to find out about what she does. However, unfortunately, Melusines as a race perceive the world differently from humans, and their sense of aesthetics is even more alien to us.
Oh, was I wrong?
The recipients of her lovingly prepared
What did the
special
Fanta company
meals
have to do with anything
cannot
then?
taste the care within and usually just freak out. Are we on the right track?
Not bad. You've uncovered Sijween's secret and even guessed her intentions correctly as well. It's nice to know that her efforts have not gone unacknowledged. All right, now for my next question. There are also some hidden rules in the Pancration Ring, including the one that you're not allowed to support both sides of a fight. Why is that?
Okay, and so this is just gonna be the Fanta thing, I guess.
I've been told that the infirmary is... Fanta's internal reports suggest that we often see Miss Sijween observe... According to Collins, the Pancration tournament... I've been told that the infirmary is... Fanta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed and unpackaged product. We often see Miss Sijween observe... The research note said that the Fanta promoter has been struck.
There we go. That one was right. In the walkthrough.
Ah! Paimon gets this rule too now, so there really was nothing to be afraid of. That hidden rule of the Pancration Ring is about how, people are not supposed to bet on both boxers.
I'm gonna
at
run
the
to the
same
bathroom
time.
again real
And
quick
if
while they
do,
explain why
they'll
this,
receive a
that plot
package
point actually
containing a
mattered, even though it didn't.
strange blood-colored liquid. People get scared when they see it because they've
Dabu,
subconsciously
Dabu!
become associated
I'll be
with the missing boxer. But really, it's just a bottle of the latest yet-to-be-named and packaged new Fanta trial product. A blood-red drink. It's no wonder even Fanta's own staff were questioning the company's decision-making. The company, facing backlash from its own staff, decided to try to trial the product on a smaller scale, to see how it might be received by customers. They came to the fortress of Meropide and offered to sponsor the Pancration tournament so they could push their new product. But the Duke completely refused to even entertain the idea. The Duke, knowing how valuable coupons are in the fortress, knew that only total idiots who didn't understand their true value would bother buying a Fanta product here. And so, only those who proved their stupidity by being dumb enough to bet on 2 opposing sides of the same match were selected to receive the drinks.
I acknowledge the effort you've put into bringing the truth of this mystery to light. Although, based on your description, that Fanta promoter is a bit too careless with his words, I may just reconsider my collaboration with the company. All right, and here's the final question. What's the secret behind our head nurse and all of her patients in the infirmary?
Labu, Labu.
Stop your cruel and pointless games, Risley! You know that we haven't finished our investigation, so there's no way we can answer the last question. The thought of sparing Lynette and Fremine never even crossed your mind. You'll pay for this!
Oh God!
Ah!
What the?
Are you alright?
Oh, close one. I owe you, Sigewinne. That was a fantastic shot.
Oh,
It
okay.
was nothing, Your Grace.
Bruh.
Sigewinne?
Dude, these CG stills, are you fucking shitting me? Really? Really?
Though this gun may look like a toy, it's actually fully functional, as I just demonstrated.
I'm a healer, but
Sigewinne.
Bruh.
Not at all. I am merely a resident of the fortress, and thus protecting it is my duty. When Monsieur Nervilette asked me to come here, he told me that my job would be to take care of the well-being of everyone here. I am merely discharging my duties. But if you mean what you just said, then isn't Linny someone you should be looking after as well? Isn't he a resident here just like the rest of us?
It was probably just a trank, my guy.
But I really am just doing what Monsieur Nervilette told me to do. Everything I did, I've done to protect them. Had I not, they would be in far more dire straits right now. His Grace knows it too, right? Your Grace? Mind proving my innocence to them?
My dear Sigewinne, whatever shall I do with you? Would it have killed you to just wait another minute or two?
Well, it's nearly time after all. The way you do things can be truly frustrating sometimes, Your Grace. I figured I should try to talk some sense into you. What are you talking about? What time?
Tea! Oh, it's after that
Take
already.
me
Never mind.
if you want. Let them go.
How touching. Can you just give me one more minute?
Don't be like that, Your Grace.
All right, everyone, calm down. 2 more visitors will be arriving any time now. I'll go get a cup of tea. Miss Sigewinne, I leave Miss Lynette in your care.
You... What are you doing?
I believe I hear footsteps.
Yeah, it totally happened. Trust us.
Some space,
Oh!
please.
Ah, Miss Clarande.
Okay.
My door.
Not who I was expecting.
Fremine. Fremine.
Oh no, she beat up the ugly femboy. Anyway,
What's going on? What is Clarande doing here?
good question.
Work.
I'm sorry about shooting you, Mr. Linney. The tranquilizing effect will begin to wear off soon. Please take it easy in the meantime, though.
What happened to Fremine? Wasn't he diving just outside of the fortress? Why is he looking like this?
A flushed face, an accelerated pulse. He must have consumed primordial seawater.
What did you say?
But he's
Please,
not dead.
Make some space. I'll need to give Mr. Fremine a more thorough checkup. Your Grace, I'll leave the rest to you.
I'll talk to Clarande while you get Fremine to where he needs to be. Everything else can wait.
What happens if you drink it and you're not from Fontaine? I forget. Also, he's passed the fuck out, so we are just never gonna actually have a word of dialogue with that kid.
How is he?
These symptoms are probably caused by an acute ingestion of a large amount of primordial seawater. Still, his condition is not critical. Of course, it would be best if he stayed for further observation. Let's leave him here for now, and move him to the infirmary once he's recovered a bit more. Sorry. I am aware that the infirmary may not be your favorite place in the world at the moment. We do only have a single clinic in the fortress, however.
Why would he ingest a large amount of primordial
Nothing
seawater
happens.
after
I was
leaving
gonna.
the
That's what I
fortress?
thought.
How could that possibly happen?
Please, look after Mr. Fremine for the moment. I'll go fetch some medicine and a respirator. Oh, I'll bring Miss Lynette back with me.
Where is she? How is she right now?
Oh, she just took a nap in an empty room after I
So what is she
tranquilized
talking
her.
about symptoms
If my
of it?
calculations are correct,
I didn't think there
she
were
should also
symptoms.
be waking up right around now. You
Either
might
you're
not
from
believe
Fontaine
me,
and you
but his Grace
disappear,
and I actually made some
or you're
snacks
not
and
and you're
tea for her.
fine. Weird. Why do I do character reviews? I don't. Because
What's
other
that
people
look on your
already make
face?
50
I
million
thought I made
guides and
good
do it better
time on
than
the
me.
way back.
Oh, I'm just admiring your punctuality. Had you arrived just a few minutes later, Sigewinne may have been forced to shoot Mr. Linney again. How's the situation out there?
The water has changed. It's pretty much as expected. The concentration of primordial seawater has increased significantly. I was only out there a short time, so it wasn't too bad. But if one were to stay for any significant amount of time, well, you can see how that boy's doing.
Where was he when you found him?
The abandoned zone at the end of the pipes. A good distance into the water.
Closer than I thought. He must have recognized it early on and tried desperately to swim back.
Locking the door was necessary. I don't think we could have saved two.
Well, I did try to convince him that I had my reasons. Never seems to work, though.
It would probably work on Neuvillette. He has a knack for picking out who had good intentions, even when the outcomes were all terrible.
It's a
Florence
bad sign
secretly
if you're
does
having
dark
to plead your
energy on.
case
She
to
is
Neuvillette.
purple.
Want some tea?
Tea!
Not particularly. If you want to drink some that badly, just say so.
Fine, I'd like to get some tea. Want me to get you a cup too, since I've already made it?
Might as well then, I suppose.
Oh, he's great.
Actually, do you have a towel? I would like to dry my hair.
He is simply delightful.
Linny, are you okay?
I'll be fine. They're all here now. Don't worry about me.
Are you sure? You don't look all right.
My hands and feet are still a bit weak, but that's probably just the residual effects of the tranquilizer shot.
I'm back, everyone.
Lenny! Oh, Traveler, Paimon, you're here too. Fremine? Is he...
He'll be fine. But for now, please help me lift him up.
His breathing's beginning to slow down.
Give me a hand and help me get him to the infirmary.
Yeah, I'll take him from this side. Lynette, together?
On it.
Traveler, you seem pretty worried about him. Want to come with us?
The warden? No, I
The
figured
Duke
he
and
out.
Clarande are gone.
I assumed you meant him.
They probably went to get some tea. The Duke will explain the truth in just a bit. Miss Clarande will need a break, since she only just returned from rescuing Fremine out of the sea.
Oh yeah, shit, we were still in jail this whole time. Tea!
Squall Fury.
Yeah, I'll, like, I won't go on too big of a tangent about it quite yet, but just, like, I feel like this very, very easily could have been,
Behold!
could have been one act instead of two. With the pacing. The character is still in jail. How do the horns on the PNG tuber work? Do they start on the horns? Are they closer to head fins? Head fins.
following me.
Okay. Is it even moving? Please. Again, one-way elevators.
Squall Fury.
This place is hell.
Behold!
Yeah, good God, my genuine, sincerest, deepest condolences to anybody who did this without the without unlocking the map. Because even with it, this place is annoying. Oh my God, I could have just gone to that teleporter. Again, even with the map, it's annoying. Because even with the layered map, it's kind of hard to tell what's on what.
Squall Fury. The wind rises.
He's awake. Fremine, how do you feel?
Lenny... Lynette...
We're all here.
Where am I?
The infirmary, at the Fortress of Meripede, Mr. Fremine, and you are no longer in any danger. How do you feel? Don't push yourself if you're not feeling up to it.
Traveler... Paimon... It's been so long. The sea! There's something wrong with the seawater.
Shh, it's okay. We can talk about it after you've recovered.
No, listen to me. This is really serious. There's primordial seawater mixed into the regular seawater. I don't know why it's there, but no one should touch it. Pipes... Right, the pipes. It's all coming back to me now. I'm in. Seems like this pipe hasn't been used in a long time. It looks abandoned. Where could Master Child be?
Don't call him Master Child. That just sounds silly. Oh, yeah. I don't like his playstyle either. Game, what are you doing? I'm sorry. Anyone who likes this character, my apologies. I like his voice actor. It's this guy who did Rindo. Like, he's cool, but just, I'm sorry. Look at this. This is embarrassing. He just looks so fucking stupid to me.
This mechanism looks like it's been tampered with. Could he have done it?
Why the shorts? Because he's like, it's the same shit. Like when that huge mega leak for playable characters happened, like 6 months before Fontaine was even out. Just there was some kind of huge data breach at Hoyo, and like this character, a bunch of prototype designs for a bunch of characters, pretty much everyone from Fontaine leaked. And he was one of them. And some of those leaks were such prototypes.
It's getting stuck on something.
And so works
Seems
in
like
progress.
I'll have to avoid those obstacles while I turn it.
That they that some of those sheets had references on them. As in, like, they used other stuff as references for the characters and, like, just drag and drop the images into their files to work off of. For example, there's some character I don't think we've seen the final product at all. But there was a character who was very clearly there was a character sheet that had a reference of that female trainer. I don't know her because I didn't play that version, but the female trainer from the Pokemon Sword and Shield DLC, like a pink-haired girl, I think. Yeah, she was on one of those sheets for another character who I don't think we've seen a final version for at all. And then for this kid, on him, they had a picture of Rex from Xenoblade 2. So I think I was just kind of immediately inclined to hate him, first and foremost. But then just even on top of that, again, like, the finished product looks like shit. Some of his beta designs looked okay. I think it was Noodle who was showing me some other ones that I hadn't remembered a couple days ago. Some of his other ones actually looked alright. Gave him, like, more normal pants, but, like, I'm sorry, this looks bad to me. He's got a dorky, shitty-looking haircut, a dumb hat, a dumb, poofy, top-heavy outfit, and then just the tiny shorts with nothing else. And it looks awful.
This is where the water starts. Okay. Master Child probably dived into the water. I'll go take a look as well.
Also, he doesn't even put his diver mask on underwater. 0 out of 10.
The vegetation here is a bit more sparse. These traces aren't natural. A person must have left them, and recently. There are traces here too. I need to keep going. Huh? The traces are gone. But I don't see where he could have gone from here. Wait. What the...
I was trying to check my email because I'm like, what the fuck mail would I be getting at this time of night?
My heart is racing.
And instead this started happening.
It's harder and
Rip.
harder to breathe. What's going on? No good. I have to get back. They still don't know anything about what's going on. If I turn back right now, I should still be able to make it.
So there's just somehow a section of primordial water.
I can't die here. This is bad. I'm feeling worse and worse, and I'm still underwater.
No idea how that would work.
I have to push on.
I feel like we could have just been told that in the span of a couple of seconds, but okay.
So, in other words, the trail you were following vanished, and you had no idea where Master Child
could
could
have been something
gone.
in a couple of seconds,
But there
just
was
like
also
that.
no obvious place for him to have disappeared to.
That's right. I tried my best to swim back, but I had already put some distance between myself and the fortress, and I just couldn't find the strength to keep going. I probably passed out some time after that, and you know the rest.
Miss Clarand brought you back, but we also don't know why she just suddenly appeared at the fortress, or why she went out to save you.
Miss Clarand, you say? I must go thank her in person.
You're still too weak for Monet. You can go after you've had some more rest.
Miss Lynette is right.
People are doing a
I believe
25
Miss
favorite games
Clarand
thing,
will
so you
stay
made
here
one.
as a guest
Ooh, nice.
for another few days, so there's no need to hurry.
A guest? Then I can assume Risley was the one who invited her to come down here.
Neat.
You should
Basically
ask
just the
His
same thing
Grace
as the
about
5 by
that.
5, so I
He'll
technically
be able
already
to
have one.
explain better than me.
But cool.
Yeah, it's about time he actually told us what's going on. Wanna come with us?
I recognize such a small number of these. Why is Yeek
No,
on there?
please go on without me. I don't want to leave just yet.
Dusk.
The
Why
logical
the
part of
fuck
my
are
brain is
Yeek
aware
and
that we're
Sonic
safe
Boom
right
on
now,
there?
but I still can't bring myself to leave.
What are you
Both
doing?
of you were just in danger.
Understood. Then let's just sit together for a while.
In that case, I'll leave the infirmary to you. The Traveler and I are going to
Super
head out for now.
Slam.
As long as
Dragon
you stay in
Ball.
here, I don't think you'll be disturbed.
Dusk, what are
Thank
you doing? Why are you fucking with me? Is this someone else's you found, or did you deliberately make this to fuck with me? I gotta know.
I'm so sorry, Lenny.
I'm also really
I know,
sorry,
I know,
Lenny.
Xenoblade. That's when
I
I
should've been
realized
more
something was
careful.
wrong.
Don't say that.
I was at first I
It
was
was
like,
all
yeah,
my
I don't recognize almost any of these.
I was the one who should have been
And then
more
I
careful.
zoomed in,
You two were nearly...
If I was stronger,
and then I remembered it was
maybe I
dusk,
would've
and I'm
already
like, wait a
found
minute.
Master Child.
No, how can you say that?
Huh?
You made a meme one, okay.
I'm sorry.
Respectable.
What I'm hearing is,
Jesus
we all
Christ.
dropped the ball at some point during the mission. So the responsibility falls on all of us. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that's right. It's on all of us.
Lenny, we understand that you're worried about us, but we're worried about you as well. Please don't blame yourself.
Dragon Ball
We want
Budokai
you to keep
AF
your
is my
spirits up.
favorite.
Yeah. Too slow.
Genshin Funkin'.
Swan Fury.
Genshin Funkin' is also really good.
Quit
Right.
following me.
You don't know if you've even played 25 games Secret? Dang.
The wind rises.
Here I am trying to figure out if I have enough to make one of those, I don't know what to call it. The extra large bingo that's no longer actually a bingo I posted. I think I posted one for anime and one for characters already. Trying to figure out if I can make. I'm trying to figure out if I can make one of those for games. I probably can. Fire Emblem Gilmore Girls is real strong. Oh yeah, who emailed me? Good God. Thank you. Keep that. Oh! Don't worry about that. I've mentioned before. But yeah, Genshin has Genshin has rewards if you if you register and like stream the game a certain number of hours during new patches. The first half of patches, unlike that bizarre fucking event Star Rail tried to pull, that apparently was dominated by bots. Good to know.
Excuse me.
I take it Mr. Fremenet's condition has stabilized?
infirmary otherwise.
When prison isn't
I've
fun
been expecting
anymore.
those two, but might I inquire as to the purpose of your visit, Miss
Oh my
Seedling?
god, Zilch, thank you.
I wanted to check up on Miss Cloran. How are you feeling?
That's awesome. That's why you're asking about the horns.
Mostly fine, I think.
Beautiful.
If you don't mind, I'd like to perform another quick physical exam. It'll just take a few minutes.
Thank you
All
very
right.
much.
Thank you for looking out for me. I'll take my leave for now, then.
Well, want to explain yourself, Risley?
Is it
course,
Risley or
but I'm
Risley?
not partial to the word choice of explain. How about enlighten?
You want to be pedantic? Fine.
Where should I begin? How about you start by asking me any questions you have? You can start with whichever one you'd like to get answered the most.
Are you single?
Then Paimon will begin. Did you know about Lenny's goals from the very beginning?
Dodoy.
No. I just knew they were Fatui operatives sent to the fortress by the Knave. As for their specific goals, I only figured those out as you made progress on your investigation.
What was his plan?
You managed to monitor and stay ahead of them even though you didn't know what they were trying to do?
They came here with ulterior motives. I'm quite adept at discerning what that kind of behavior signals.
And you didn't stop them because...
Initially, I thought their goal was just to investigate Child's disappearance. Linny suggested that I had deliberately let him escape, but in truth, I didn't really do anything special to help or hinder him while he was here. Everything he did, from finding helpers to leaving this place, he did on his own. Of course, it's inevitable that the Knave would make a big deal out of her fellow Harbinger's unexplained disappearance. I'm also quite curious about where that Harbinger went, so I figured I might as well let the Fatui do their own investigative work. All I care about is the answer.
So I was Nuveless the first unit of
hoping
the
Lenny's
past
group
when
would just do
Risley
your
has been
work
more
for you.
prominent. That's a very good
You
question.
make it sound like that's a bad
Look at
thing.
Lovkov.
Unfortunately, things didn't go as planned. I assume that Fremine has told you already, the ratio of primordial seawater around the fortress of Meripede is on the rise. The Forbidden Zone has always been Linny's target, and you got roped into that investigation after running into him.
It's still weird that it's
I
just kind of
began to
in the
intervene
regular
out of
water. You'd
concern
think
for
it'd be
your
spreading a lot
safety,
faster than that.
and also to prevent the fortress from becoming entangled in more irksome matters.
Are the rumors true that you're also a former criminal?
Now, why would you put it like that?
Yeah, really.
Isn't staying here
Don't
all
be a
day
dick.
and serving as the manager of the fortress a kind of sentence unto itself? Another form of prison? I just happen to have some support from the rest of the inmates. That's all.
Oh, right. Paimon wanted to ask, who invited Cloran down here?
Me, of course. I paid her good mora to come down to the fortress for some field work. As a champion duelist, Miss Cloran could be considered to be an independent party. I needed to find an exceptionally capable person to help me get through the impending crisis.
Some of those games are real. I kind of
Saving
figured.
Fremine was part of that crisis?
You can think of it like that, yes. Credit where credit is due, that boy is quite adept at diving. Had conditions not been as hostile as they were, he probably would have found the missing Harbinger already.
Yeah, I don't pretend to know, like, why they decide the banner order the way they do sometimes. What's inside it, then?
That's not something you should be asking after. Neuvillette only asked you to investigate Child's whereabouts. All I need to prove to you is that the Forbidden Zone had nothing to do with the Harbinger's disappearance.
Oh.
That should be clear now that you've spoken to Fremine.
But we've already
Jesus
uncovered
Christ,
that there's
RPG,
something
I
wrong
kinda
with the
figured.
infirmary, and we've answered a bunch of questions that you threw at us. Isn't it about time that you answer our last question in return?
You make a compelling case. Do you really want to know the answer that badly?
Yeah, Paimon really wants to know.
Even if the truth may not be pleasant? Follow me.
Motherfucker paid more when he had a rant about credit coupons, right? I mean, I guess he leaves occasionally. I assume he has, like, a normal house upstairs. Or maybe not, I guess. If he was a prisoner and just slowly rose through the ranks or whatever, I guess maybe he does just live here.
Hidden door here? And a whole basement behind it? Huh. You're pretty good at hiding stuff, Risley.
I'm actually a
It
lizard
seems
person.
you've forgotten just what kind of place the Fortress of Meripede is.
Deeper. Deeper into darkness.
Stand on the central plate.
Wait, is there a secret mechanism or... Whoa! So, this is the Forbidden Zone? Honestly, for a place so well hidden, Paimon sure doesn't see anything special.
It's just where he keeps his Super Nintendo collection.
What a huge door!
There are 3 such isolation gates in total. Generally speaking, I'm the only one who's allowed to go inside. Hence the name Forbidden
And
Zone.
then the prison turns into a mech and we fight the sea. Again, I really hope, like, once again, we're getting distracted. Again, at least this is more interesting than all the NPC investigation stuff. But, I am so hung up on the child hearing voices thing. Like, that isn't even... Hearing voices is never a good sign. But it's especially not a good sign when your fucking vision symbol is a whale. We are surrounded in a pressure chamber, deep, deep, deep underwater, and you already fell into a hell abyss and were there for an extended period of time when you were a kid.
Am I correct
Shit's
to assume
cooking.
you're going to run on back and tell your little Fatui friends
Least it
everything?
better be.
Well, Paimon wasn't thinking of keeping anything from them.
Well, I'd advise you wait until you've seen the whole truth of this place for yourself before deciding whether or not to tell them.
Yeah, we also have a little progress on that, which was the original reason we went into this quest. What are we doing tomorrow? I think even, Yeah, this is taking so goddamn long. I don't think we're gonna be able to do it, but we do also have a new Viet character quest. Which I don't think we're getting to tonight. Because this is obviously taking a lot longer than I thought it would.
Huh. So there's a switch on the side.
Stand back.
Alright, so what the fuck is down
Just
here?
went up one by one.
I joked about this place being Unicron because we just watched Transformers Prime, but what
Go
is
on,
this place
have a
actually
look.
for? This self-sustaining giant-ass fortress. What is down here? Nothing!
I've been interested in what lies beyond that gate ever since I assumed leadership of the Fortress of Meripede.
Oh.
Of course, it would be unwise to recklessly open it. But it'd also be risky and negligent to simply ignore any potential danger that could be behind it. The readings on that dashboard have not budged since the day when I first laid eyes on this place.
Oh.
But over the past year, the needle has crept upwards from its original position, likely because some parameter it's been tracking has changed, if only infinitesimally.
Oh.
Normally I would have ignored it, but I happened to have some free time when I noticed it, so I investigated. Any guesses what the reading could be tracking?
A Geiger counter. That's my best guess. Neither of these seem right. Water pressure, you would be at least taking some kind of precaution to evacuate this place. Temperature could be connected to the primordial water stuff, I guess? I guess by extension, that I don't know. It's neither.
Very
Doesn't matter.
reasonable guesses. I've considered both of those as well.
We asked both.
Unfortunately, our dashboard is tracking something less ordinary.
You too, Minato. I was thinking about that. I didn't want to voice it. I was literally actually thinking, like, isn't that the same thing as the I forget the name of the thing. I called it a cockatrice earlier. That's not what it's called. It's something trees. Oratrice? It might be Oratrice. Yeah, no, it is the exact same kind of meter on that thing.
The temperature should vary with weather and climate changes, so for something that rarely shifts, the water pressure is more likely. We ran a few tests to increase the pressure from the outside, but the readings didn't change at all.
Okay, hard read. This entire fortress is some kind of ancient technology that's just existed since who knows how long. The meter is a much, much bigger version of the one in the courthouse. And it's designed to, like, collectively measure the entirety of the country's sin and judge how guilty or not guilty they are. And it's getting pissed off. It is testing us and we are failing.
Later on, a few more possibilities occurred to me, such as a potential connection with the primordial sea. I began to make a few preparations based on
That's
that
where that
hypothesis.
whole rumor comes in. That's my immediate hard read. If it's anywhere remotely in the same ballpark, I promise I have not looked at any spoilers. I don't know if there even are any spoilers. That was just my instant gut reaction. We failed as a species. Genshin post-apocalyptic? Kind of. We don't really know. A lot of the backstory is by design being glossed over, because we have a couple of people who do know some details about history further back than 500 years ago. And they are deliberately being tight-lipped about it. People like Venti and Zhongli will not tell us jack shit.
Over the past few days, the needle has moved again. With that, and the symptoms that Fremine displayed after leaving the fortress, I can now confidently conclude that the readings represent the concentration of primordial seawater in the seawater nearby.
The concentration of primordial seawater? But we're already under the sea!
Paimon, you're really dumb.
And that is precisely the problem. We're at the bottom of the sea, and now we're surrounded by toxic seawater. Somehow, primordial seawater got mixed in, and the concentration is steadily rising.
Again, that's what I was saying. Like, if he can just randomly swim into that stuff during a dive, then, like, that's not good. There was nothing blocking it. There was no leak. It just is. If it's just in the regular ocean like that, it is going to spread. Pretty damn fast, too, because that's how that shit works.
Yes, that's very likely.
Ooh, boy.
But forget about the two of us. Not even Novelette knows where the primordial sea could be, much less where we could find and plug a leak.
Well, yeah, it could be leaking from somewhere, but obviously just he wasn't directly on top of anything.
Oh. Oh!
Seems like you've figured it out. I believe the primordial sea lies directly beneath this sluice gate. For some reason, the primordial seawater levels have risen significantly, and it's now very close to us. The indicators are now red. Although the gate still stands,
is it really
some
that
primordial
simple? Damn,
seawater
I
has
liked my
already
idea
leaked
better.
out and mixed into the sea around us. If this continues,
Watch me
soon
sluice
it will
right
no longer
in.
be able to hold back the primordial sea at all.
And if it falls, all Fontaine goes with it.
Yeah, you know what the legends say. If this place falls, then everyone in Fontaine will be turned into
Ami,
puddles
Ami,
in the
what are they
span of a
cooking?
night.
Oh my god. Oh, that's Sayori. Oh dear.
But that's just too weird! Why would the Fortress of Meripede be built
Cute.
right above a sluice gate for the primordial sea? Who built this place anyway?
Your expression tells me you think this might be part of a vast, complicated conspiracy. To be honest, you might find the actual answer may be exceedingly boring. It's just that the secret of the Forbidden Zone had been long forgotten by the nation before I rediscovered it with my research. There's no single founder of the Fortress of Meripede in any traditional sense. What we know about its history has been left to us by the people who used to live
Oh,
here.
okay, I was right about that part. This place is just super old. We don't really know how it got here in the first place.
When the previous Hydro Archon, Egeria, ruled the land, all convicted criminals from Fontaine were exiled. The people drove the criminals away like a wolf pack chasing away the banished. The criminals received no sympathy of any kind from the people. They were exiled to the desolate seaside, where they experienced only pain, struggle, and the bone-chilling cold.
Actually, there is no plan.
Some of them began to repent, and prayed to the Hydro Archon, asking if there was still anything they could do. The Hydro Archon took pity on them, and said, "You may go guard my secret, deep underneath the waves." And so, leaning on the power of the Hydro Archon, they gathered underneath the sea and began to build a fortress. They became a community down there in the deeps, and over the years helped it to grow. As the number of exiles increased, more and more people joined the community. When the first group of exiles died, they left the yet unfinished fortress to their successors. The Hydro Archon continued to lend her support, allowing the fortress and what it stood for to continue growing ever larger. Before long, this dark underwater fortress became the sinner's only home. And with that, the people here stopped referring to the fortress as a prison. They saw themselves as repenting sinners who would regain their freedom once they had sufficiently redeemed themselves. But as time went on, people also realized that the fortress was a lonely place. Once they had gotten used to life here, they could no longer feel comfortable living in the overworld. Once they had finished serving their sentences, some people left and some others chose to stay. They'd find some idle position and let their withered souls fade away with the ancient secrets of the past. After many, many centuries, few people still remember the reason for the fortress's founding. Now they just see it as an integral pillar of Fontainian society, as the place where criminals deserve to be sent. Now and again, researchers manage to break one law or another and live out their days in the fortress. I learned all this from an elderly historian. Everyone else just thought he'd made it all up.
But now you know every part of that history is true.
Indeed. It's just as the prophecy says. If this gate fails, then everyone will be dissolved into the sea.
Do you believe in Santa Claus?
To be frank, not really. But sadly, that hasn't stopped this prophecy from proving all too accurate.
Did Furina start calling the fortress a prison, and that's why it recently has a separate order from Furina? I don't know. That's a good question.
Prophecies are troublesome things. Just hearing one will create the first wave of panic. Seeing signs of it will bring about the second, and actually witnessing it in real time, the third.
So what's your plan? What is your plan?
Let's go somewhere else. I want to show you something.
Besides this? Alright.
This is it.
Your Grace, perfect timing. The results from our last round of experiments have...
Wait, Jurier, he's not alone!
Huh? Lorvine and Jurier?
No need to panic, you two. I've already told them about our plan.
What?
He's gotta stop
After
talking
you
about
warned
the
us not to tell
plan.
a single soul about any of this?
I didn't want Manada's edit to be
Are
real,
you sure
but it kind of
they are
is.
trustworthy?
The results speak for themselves, don't they? These two may already know more than you could ever imagine.
All right then, if Your Grace insists.
They seem harmless enough, so I'll trust them for now.
Well, how about some reintroductions? This is Jurier, one of the highest-ranked researchers from the Fontaine Research Institute. He used to work under Edwin. I trust that you've heard of Edwin?
I think so, but I don't remember. It's been too long.
Good. Saves me a bit of time explaining. Edwin's main areas of research were archaeum and gravimeters. As his assistant, Jurier is quite familiar with them as well. I hired him to be my technical consultant.
You want to blow up the fortress of Meripede?
Ah, what a lovely idea. I'm already imagining it in my head.
Okay, this guy's fucking great. Oh, we gotta try and roll for him, motherfucker.
Gotta admit, I'm tempted as well.
Guys, focus! Focus!
That taskmaster over there
Boys
is
and their
Miss Levine,
explosions, am
and
I
is
right?
also one of my technical consultants. While Jurier used to be
Makes
Edwin's
sense why he wants to keep the
assistant,
secrets
she
of the
used to be
Harbingers. What
Jurier's
Sierra
assistant.
said regarding the knave. Could imagine
Ooh,
he's
are
threatening
they
to destroy the
together?
gate once they gave him the gnosis. Yeah, I don't know. Like as far as I can tell, like, again, who knows how genuine she's being, knowing what we know, but like,
See, everyone keeps asking this question. Are you too sure you're not a couple and just using your work as a convenient cover?
Your Grace, I am
Wacky,
not
wacky.
in a relationship with this man.
like I would,
If I
like she
dated
said
her,
she's
I'd
from this
officially
country
be
as well. I
madder
would think
than
that she
Edwin.
wouldn't want it to
Jeez,
drown,
I forget I said anything then.
unless she's really
Follow
into the
me.
whole death and rebirth thing.
Whoa, there's another door that goes right up.
Your constant amazement
But yeah,
makes it seem like
like
the
either,
fortress
like
can do
regardless of
anything.
what their actual intentions are, I don't blame him one bit for not wanting to leak the secret, leak the what's going on, really going on to Russia.
Everyone really thinks everything's super cool.
Like they, like they have diplomatic. They are technically a nation. They're the secret police of anime Russia or whatever.
Let's
Like
spice
they
it up a
have
bit.
some rights.
And here you go.
What's up? Are you making a second tower?
What a huge ship!
Are you making a
also
fucking
production zone
ark?
that Paimon's never seen before. What's going on?
Are they building a fucking giant ass ark to put all the people on so we don't fucking drown? Holy shit! This man is Monado, you just asked. Criminal, leader, schemer, researcher, historian, what else? Noah.
How much do you know about Fontanian history?
Bruh.
Not much at all.
Well, then maybe you haven't heard the story of ancient Lemuria. To give you a quick rundown, Fontaine used to be ruled by the Lemurian dynasty.
Bruh.
According to legend, the Lemurian king Remus came to this land after being inspired by divine revelation and found the seer Sibila, who had taken on the form of a golden bee. Taking the golden bee with him and riding on a huge ship, the Fortuna, he created his nation above the surging waves. He called his nation Lemuria and used the Fortuna to incessantly search for new tribes and islands, calling on them to join his empire.
There's a ship in this story too?
Going through the minefield to find the Oscar.
Where there's water, there'll be ships. People believe that hope can always be found at the end of a voyage.
Do you believe that too?
To a point, I think. As you've already seen, I have a whole factory's worth of labor, materials, and technology at my disposal. Certainly can't hurt to give it a try.
Bruh.
So the moment I began to speculate that the primordial sea might lie underneath the gate, I also began this project.
Were you inspired by the legendary Fortuna?
Maybe. Fontanians need something to hold on to cope with the impending disaster.
Can't you share it with everyone? No, because if everyone realizes the threat's that dire that somebody's doing this kind of shit, they'll panic. Bruh.
Were the workers to find out the truth behind
Was this
ship,
quest worth
riots
it?
would destroy the fortress faster
Maybe.
than any catastrophe. As the fortress's administrator, I'd never make such a reckless call.
Maybe a little
All right,
bit.
that's enough talking for
Act 3 was
now. I'll
dire.
need another 3 cups of
Act
tea to
3's
soothe
only
my
problem was
throat.
that it didn't need to be
Do
that
you
long.
have any
It
other
easily could have been
questions?
combined with this if they just cut it
Seems
down
like
a
you're
little.
good. Come on, I'll take you back.
Jesus Christ. Man is a genius.
I'll leave you here for now.
Oh, thank you so much.
No worries. But don't forget, it's up to you whether or not you want to share what you just saw. What you do from here on out will likely affect those 3 as well.
Means that my actions now will decide the next steps that their group takes. In other words, if I want to tell him the truth, I have to make him understand that I can't afford excessive conflict right now.
We'll put a lot of thought into it for sure.
Yeah.
Great. I look forward to what happens next.
I doubt this is actually going to be an option one way or the other, but like, dear God. Like, again, I don't blame him one bit for not wanting to tell them. Like, I like Lydia and Lynette. Like, they're good kids. I highly enjoyed their quest and their role in Acts 1 and 2. Mostly 1. But like,
We're back!
Welcome back. Do you want a cup of tea?
But like, it is a fact. They have ties to Russia.
Tea.
Huh.
Tea!
Actually, now that you mention
And their
it,
motivations
I
are
just
highly
remembered
questionable.
something now. While I was sedated, I could still barely hear 2 people talking next to me. They were discussing everything, from the leaves to the water and even the teacups themselves.
Must have been Risley and Sijwin.
Yeah, I heard 1 male voice and 1 female, so it should have been the 2 of them. They really were just talking about brewing tea.
Probably code.
I really can't make sense of this place.
So, Traveler, Paimon, were you able to learn anything from Risley?
T is code for the arc.
Very well. Then, would you mind checking your answers against my speculations?
Glad to see you're back to yourself.
Yeah, I took the time to rest, so I'm feeling a lot more relaxed now.
Nobody else is around, and Miss Sijwin is also busy with something or other. So let's just talk here.
All right, then I'll posit my theories. I asked myself 3 questions. Firstly, why was Fremine affected by the primordial seawater? It was because he dove into the sea. My theory is, the long-lost primordial sea is probably very close to the fortress of Meropide.
Ooh, he's good. He got that right on the first try.
That's our Lenny.
Secondly, Wriothesley's attitude changed dramatically during the course of our stay here. He ignored us completely at first, then suddenly roadblocked us. Why? I spent quite a long time thinking about this. If he has been monitoring the Fatui since the very beginning, he probably ignored us at first because he was hoping we could find Master Child for him. What's more, the Fortress of Meropide is not part of Fontaine's court system, nor does it report to Udex Nervulet. Wriothesley is basically the king of a no-man's land. As long as the fortress doesn't do anything about Master Child's disappearance, Father can use it to pressure the Fontaine authorities. And while the 2 factions are pitted against each other, Wriothesley will be free to move between the parties of interest. If I had to guess, he probably has something that he's working on himself. It's likely related to the secret of the infirmary, but I just can't think of what it could be.
You're super smart.
Thanks so much. Then finally, there's the last question. If Wriothesley does have a plan, what could it be? All I know for now is that his
Wriothesley's
plan
building the arc.
probably has
Anime
something to
Russia
do with
wants
the
to know what's going
changing
on
nature
here.
of
Where the fuck is
seawater.
Child? I was gonna say,
He's
yeah,
even
we
gotten
still have
Cloran
not
to help
solved
him
that.
out. That can't be the full extent of what he's doing. There's probably a secret passageway behind the block in the infirmary, and there's something big
Again,
in the
it's
fortress that
definitely
most people here
something
never
to
get
do with
see.
the Abyss.
He has a bargaining chip, and it could be important enough for Father to deal with him directly. I don't have enough information, so I have no idea what his chip might be. But let me guess. You have the last piece of the puzzle.
Oh, we have no choice. Like, I mean, I kind of figured. I just didn't know if it would be no choice to not tell him or no choice but to tell him.
I can't believe it.
And Fiorina has no idea what's going on. Probably not.
Will
Not to
engulf
this degree,
everyone.
anyway.
Just like the prophecy said.
Like, if... I don't, it depends on what that crying in the fountain really means. Like, obviously that was her, and obviously she was very distraught about something. I have no idea if she's aware of the situation to this degree, or like what's being done to counteract it, or what.
Could Wriothesley have wanted to meet Father to figure out a way to deal with this crisis?
That's what I want to know. So we've decided to tell them. The question is, are they going to tell Daddy?
If you remember, I once mentioned that Father sees the House of the Hearth as her base of operations.
Yeah, Nuvia
and she
knows it's
truly
inevitable.
wants to resolve the crisis.
But would he want to tell
But
her,
how
and too,
could
would she
Wriothesley
listen?
have known that?
She probably would. Again,
Or
she's,
perhaps he didn't
she's a
know,
brat,
and
but
just
like
wanted
she's
to bring
also
Father
in
over
over
to
her
his
head and is
side,
aware of the
which could
very
be why
aware
he said
that
he
she
just wanted to negotiate.
I would think she'd take his advice.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I understand your concerns as well, Traveler. I'll figure out a way to pass this on to our father. No matter what, we're on your side. The 2 of you have already aided us far too much. We probably wouldn't be standing here right now if not for you. If you ever need anything else going forward, please come to the House of the Hearth at any time. Though you may not share the sentiment, after all that we've gone through together, the 3 of us basically see you as family now.
You have my gratitude.
Again, makes the flirting from your
Thank
character
you for
quest
protecting
kind of
Lenny when it
awkward,
really
but whatever.
mattered. And thank you for sharing the secrets of the fortress with us. We didn't think you were going to do it.
Why are you being so formal all of a sudden?
Oh, happy birthday, Debbie Dairyberry. Oh, Paimon's hungry. Ha ha ha.
Paimon's hungry.
Oh, you've done so much already. Go get some food.
Alright, then we'll catch you guys another time.
Way to kill the mood, Paimon, as always.
I feel like I should try to become someone more capable of helping.
You're incredibly helpful. Lenny thinks so too.
Yeah, You two are always telling me not to push myself, but aren't you just like that as well?
So how do we leave prison? That's a good question. We were sent. We have an official sentence. 45 days. I haven't been keeping track of like how much time would have been passing with our work days and everything. But I assume we just have to wait for I assume that once you've served out your sentence, they get somebody to come down here and get you. Hey, thumbs up!
It's time
Get out of there!
Welfare meals now being served in the coupon cafeteria.
Come on, let's go pick up ours as well. Traveler and Paimon, over here. Are you here for dinner too, Miss Sijwin? And I'm taking the opportunity to prepare Miss Cloran's dinner as well. Huh. You're right. She's
I can't get over how
actually
cool
sitting in the
Cloran looks,
fortress
goddamn.
cafeteria. What would you like to
I don't know
eat?
when she's gonna be playable, but like she's gonna be very tempting to pull for as well.
Yep, you can.
I don't know why they had to
I've
knock it out
already
of the
talked
park
to
so
our
hard
chef,
with the
Mr.
Fontaine
Wolsey.
designs,
It's
but
all
they
on
did.
me today, so you can get whatever you'd like.
The tastiest stuff you got.
Me too. Don't forget Paimon. No problem. Just leave it to
You
me.
feel bad if they do, because if nothing else, they could very well be a case of Father immediately putting the kibosh on it. Unless Risley's... Risley. Bleh. Already had a failsafe by that point? Yeah, I don't know. I have to imagine he would not have told us if he thought there were any chance that it might make its way back to the Fatui. I find it hard to believe he told us anything that he wasn't at least prepared to deal with them knowing. Delicious.
I'm so happy. Paimon wants to feast like this every day.
My grandmother once said.
Feeling full yet? How's the food? Delicious.
Besides the milk, I mean, what was wrong with the milk? Don't be a dick. Thank you.
I'm so glad to see you all so happy. Oh, see the expression on your face just now? The muscle here just moved, which suggests that you're feeling quite relaxed at the moment. Sijwin, do you do this to help your patients or to better understand human beings? Yes. A bit of both, I suppose.
Oh,
I'm
the
an
drink. Oh, I
Amazon,
wasn't
which
reading the
means I'm
text. It
very
was a
different
green
from human
smoothie. Oh my
beings.
god.
I must know what you're thinking if I want to take good care of you.
Oh,
You're
the trailer
really good at
finally
taking
makes
care of
sense.
people. Even though you're so short, you still talk and act like
With
an
her
older
trying
sister.
to get Riosley to drink something and him ignoring it.
You're reminded of an older sister?
Oh.
That's great to hear.
She makes this stuff that apparently
back in
probably
Risley's
or,
office?
I,
When
doesn't
you said
taste
that
good.
you were
Apparently, it doesn't even taste
protecting
good.
Winnie and his siblings as
But,
well.
she makes weird stuff like the purple steaks and the
Asked His
milkshake
Grace to look out for those children
that people try to avoid.
Especially that diver boy. I was getting a bit worried after hearing that something was wrong with the water. Thankfully, Cloran is very strong and managed to save him in the nick of time. His Grace also sealed the pipes after Cloran left. To make
Somewhere
sure that
between
Lenny
her
wouldn't
and
impulsively
Diona,
chase after his brother.
you will find a child who
Although
can
the
make a
path was
normal
blocked, he
milkshake.
still stationed some guards there to stop anyone
Non-alcoholic.
from approaching. They were instructed to only open the door once Miss Clorand had returned. Oh, and I was keeping an eye on Mr. Linney as well. We had to press him, but we couldn't allow him to be in any real danger. You were all super considerate and really thought everything through. It's just what we do down here at the fortress. At least this has been His Grace's style for as long as he's been the leader.
Uh-oh. Internet's hiccuping slightly.
I really wish Monsieur Nervula would come down here more often too. I feel like he'd like it here, with all the darkness and chaos.
I don't like them putting those chemicals in the water! It's turning the
Get a
frickin'
good night's
frogs
rest, you
gay!
two. You both worked very hard.
Terrible. Turn to the dormitories? Nah, man. Gonna talk to the pretty lady.
Clorand!
Ah, it's you two.
How's dinner?
It's all right. Miss Sijwin really put in a lot of effort.
So we heard that Risley invited you to come down to help, and you saved Fremine too. You sure work super fast.
Oh, it was child's play.
Still, Paimon didn't know even champion duelists could take on side jobs. Oh, and why aren't you eating with Sijwin and the Duke? Won't you get bored eating by yourself?
Miss Sijwin was with you, and the Duke has business of his own.
Actually, didn't Navia say that you went out for dinner with her as well?
Yeah. First time in a long time.
First time in a long time? So you mean you've gone out to dinner with her in the past?
In the past, yes. You seem to be enjoying yourselves here.
Gay, homosexual, gay. All thanks to Nuvia.
Things will be getting messy at the fortress soon. Don't run around unnecessarily.
You made a more cursed fan art. What if I pulled up my bangs? Oh, God! Yeah, that is pretty cursed. Oh, God.
Too slow.
Jesus. I only just realized I did it just to get past that stealth site because as far as I could tell, it was the only way to do it. There's probably another way, but like, good God, that was annoying. But, very appropriate.
Wind rises.
For, Yamato.
Too slow.
Being gay baby jail. How are women with cutting hair? In Japan, I believe you're legally only allowed to do it if you've undergone a significant character arc. For the rest of the world, you just cut it when you feel like it.
So much has happened.
Which in my case has been not for a decade.
Exhausted now that she's finally relaxed. Paimon's super sleepy. Are you sleepy too?
You forgot we named him Yamato? How could you forget? It's the best name.
Delicious. Paimon wants seconds for free.
Your last was in March or April. Secret.
Out of my way! Get out of my way!
Uh-oh.
What happened? Why is everyone running?
Uh-oh.
No idea, but something must have happened. Stop!
Uh-oh. Don't know how I live with long hair. You get itchy and sweaty. I wear it up.
Who's yelling?
I pin it up with a hair clip.
Sleep.
Were those pipes always leaking? I saw leaky pipes. They were always leaking? Okay. Okay. I was like, no fucking way is it conveniently happening right after he told us that. The alarm is going off, though.
What happened? Why is everyone running around?
Oh,
hey,
God.
What are you doing?
No time to explain, mate. Goodbye.
Bruh.
Hey, wait! What's wrong with these people? They won't even talk to us.
Paimon, do you not hear the alarm?
They're here! Yeah, there you are!
Bruh.
Oh, thank goodness!
Quisto and Laveroon, do you know what happened here?
We came here especially to inform you. Something seems to have gone terribly wrong just now.
Bruh.
Miss Grace is telling everyone to evacuate and get out of here. Laveroon was saying you two are new here and you don't have many friends, so you might slip through the cracks. Haven't you heard all the stories like that? An evacuation is successfully completed, yet you only find out once you do a head count
Not the
that one or
time,
two
man.
people are
By
missing.
the sound of it.
Wait, weren't you the one who brought that up?
Oh
Why
my
is it
God.
suddenly my idea?
Oh my God, I don't have
shut
time
up.
for your shtick.
Okay, whatever. The point is, you should come with us.
He said to evacuate outwards?
Yeah, he said to get as far away as possible, upwards and outwards.
And that means whatever happened is from the gate.
It can't be that thing.
Whoa, wait, what? What? Hey, where are you going?
I'm helping out the hot man. I don't know what y'all are doing.
Get out! Go on without us!
Hey, hey! Be careful!
Bruh.
Attention, please evacuate
Holy
if you're
shit.
already at the topmost layer, then try to move as far outwards as possible. Attention, please evacuate upwards and outwards, upwards and outwards. If you're already at the topmost layer, then try to move as far outwards as possible.
Bruh, where the hell's the entrance?
Too slow.
Every way but the wrong one. Have a feeling this is either Linny or Ajax's fault. I was gonna say, my first thought was the twins, but again, I don't see, like... I mean, maybe they had some kind of way to communicate with her from even in here. But, like, that fast? I don't know. Ajax would be more likely.
They're here.
Just like I said.
Oh, they were counting on us being here. Good to know. Bruh.
You're just in time. But be ready to run.
Bruh. Shit! I was gonna say, I don't think it's even safe for us to be touching that stuff. Well, we tried!
Three, two, one.
To the arc, I was gonna say, like, it seems like we're not prepared for a full-on thing yet, but, like, is that really gonna be able to keep it out? I don't
This
think it
won't
is.
hold it for long.
Yeah, no
Find
duh.
Neuvillette. Tell him the defenses are about to collapse.
Bruh.
Until he arrives, we're the last line of defense. The gate. How long do you think it'll hold?
That depends on us.
Bruh. I was not expecting things to go tits up that quickly.
Neuvillette, why are you here?
Traveler,
We just got
I
out,
need
don't
you to
worry
head
about
to
it.
the Opera House immediately. Farina will soon be meeting with the knave there. You must protect Farina and make sure she doesn't spend too much time alone with her.
Okay?
Will do. You have my sincerest gratitude.
Okay? That, I guess we're just to assume that we told him to go there like what? Act 3 fucking sucked! No need! No need for that one to contain so little and this to contain so much. I thought for sure it would end on like a relatively tame note with like us just leaving the prison.
There are a ton of Factilian Palais Mermonia people over there.
Not
The
that
knave is
everything would be
probably
on
here
fire.
already. We need to hurry.
Water. Fire water.
Are you two the traveler in Paimon? Monsieur Neuvillette has left instructions. Please follow
We
me.
gotta go protect the cringe
Though
veil
I'm
wife.
sure he's already explained this should be a mostly cordial conversation, unlikely to give rise to violence. But it would be most appreciated if you could protect Lady Farina to the best of your abilities.
Yes. Protect the fail wife. The Mula scenes are fine. Don't judge them for what the internet's done to them. Hi, Noodle. Yeah, really. You okay there, little buddy? Aww.
Oh,
I want to protect
so
her
you
smile.
two are the honored guests Miss Farina mentioned.
Hello, ma'am.
Of course, of course. How could they not attend a meeting such as this? I must always have 2 or more guests at my dessert table. Otherwise, the occasion would be too lonely and unbecoming of my station.
It is my pleasure to make your acquaintance, traveler. I have heard much of your accomplishments. I am the Knave, one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers.
Hi, Knave. I'm Dad. Pleasure to meet ya.
I've already prepared seats for you. Come, sit beside me.
Is now the time for this? Like, I mean, I don't know what Furina could do. Again, she's so obviously out of her depth. Like, I don't know how much she could help with what's going on down there. And, like, Nuviet specifically told us to do this instead, so, like, I'm going to assume he has a plan.
Perhaps you two are unaware of how Miss Farina and I do things. You see, we actually recently agreed to get together for tea when we had the time.
Tea? Out of her... Water Archon, out of her depth. Hey-oh. I didn't even do that on purpose.
See this? This is a limited type of confectionery that Miss Farina simply adores. There are only 16 slices sold every day. Here, why don't you and Paimon have a taste?
Sure. He seems friendly enough. Right?
Traveler, what do you think of this cake?
It's pretty good. I mean, come on, guys. Sure, both Child and Scaramouche have said she's actually an insane psychopath. May seem like I'm doubling up on terminology there, but that's what they say. But, like, come on. That's two right there who have the capacity for good-ish. It's pretty good.
That's good to hear. So what Child said was on the mark after all. You do share a taste in desserts with Farina and I.
He talks about us with his coworkers, guys. Tee tee. He wouldn't have had a reason to say something like that. I think you underestimate how into us he is.
I wonder how he's
But
doing
okay.
nowadays. You must have heard, right? He's suddenly gone missing. I'm really worried about his safety, you know. Here's to hoping that he's an excellent swimmer.
I have faith in his abilities.
Since we're talking about him, I feel like I should add something. His martial prowess really looked certainly pretty impressive, yeah.
It's okay, honey. You don't have to contribute if you don't want to. He looks very nervous. I can't imagine why.
Oh, so you're also familiar with his aptitude for fighting, Miss Farina. Oh, right. I almost forgot. Child was subdued by Udex Nuvilette right in front of you. Against ordinary people, my colleague would never be on the back foot. But alas, he just never imagined he'd run into such a person. I must express my admiration for Monsieur Nuvilette.
I have a vague idea of what may have happened to him.
Coming from you, that's not surprising at all.
What does that mean? But I thought you would be happier to hear the news.
Of course, but it's still a bit of a shame. You see, I would have been far happier had I received this news somewhat earlier. As you well know, a long time has passed since Child disappeared.
I repeat, how long was he down there? I would love an exact time frame of how long it's actually been in-game.
Well, in any case, there's no need to worry. We know for sure that Child is still alive.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We actually do. Hero, like, not that I actually think they'd kill the character, but I forgot how visions work. Yeah, so long as that thing's still lit up, he actually is totally fine.
Oh, and just how do you know that?
We probably shouldn't be telling her that. Paimon, I hate you.
Because we found evidence that proved he left the Fortress of Meripede.
Oh, thank God she's dumb.
And where did he go after leaving the fortress?
Well...
Getting a little anxious for the information there, honey.
The Fortress of Meripede lies deep beneath the waves. Unless he pranced right out of the main gate, he must have had to swim for it. Do you have any proof that he surfaced safely?
I do not. But no news is better than bad news, right?
That is good news at least. His sister Tonya sent a letter to Fontaine not too long ago. Since he was unfortunately unavailable, I picked it up on his behalf.
Dude.
Do you have any idea how he usually writes back to his family? Dear Tonya, your letter made me feel like we were still enjoying our time in Snezhnaya together. I'm currently admiring the scenery on the streets in front of the Opera House. Is it something like that?
I don't know, maybe you should have asked Puccinella, who actually knows him and gets along with him pretty well, instead of taking it upon yourself to reply like a sociopath that you totally are not, probably. At least I can stop her from bullying the girl. Yeah, that sounds like him.
All letters tend to follow the same few formats anyway, right? As long as the contents are accurate, it doesn't matter so much how it's written or how it's worded.
Honey?
Hold on. The water in the teacup is shaking.
I suppose this is also a sign of things to come, Miss Farina.
Huh?
What's your name? Ito's pissed. Thank you for ruining the mood and for the follow. Dear God.
Have we entered into the next stage of the prophecy?
That name. What is he cooking?
My thanks to you both. I will take it from here.
Plan.
Sure you don't need a hand?
Trust it.
Quite sure.
Wow. So, what's your secret, huh? Let me guess. Nah, who knows? Maybe it's just your sense of responsibility.
Sounds about right.
A day may come when the prophecy is fulfilled, and the waters burst forth. But it is not this day! This ancient power could easily obliterate an entire race. A tsunami of fury would unleash endless catastrophe. This sentence is too severe. Forgive me for overruling it.
Can't believe the ancient water dragon is
Seems
OP.
like the problem inside has been suppressed.
Yeah, so he can just directly control even the primordial water. Good to know.
Let me guess. We're safe for now.
Indeed. But only for now.
I win this bet. You owe me a present.
Very well. It was indeed just as you said.
You made a bet?
Bruh.
We made a bet on the size of your entourage. Cloran thought you wouldn't come down by yourself.
I figured you would have at least brought a few people along for appearance's sake. It appears I underestimated just how confidential the mission was.
Shouldn't you have gotten used to confidential missions by now? That's just how the courts operate.
So what gift must the loser give? Tea?
Night, night, Noodle. Have a good one.
He already has tons of tea in
Good
his
luck on your
office.
water, Daddy Pole.
I'm thinking about a set of legal codices.
That wouldn't happen to be a dig at my lack of legal awareness, would it?
Well, I'm sure His Grace
I mean, it doesn't do you
consider
any
the
good down
fortress
here,
to
to
be
be fair.
outside the law.
I was under the impression the residents of a place like this would be uninterested in the legal codices.
That was obviously a joke.
So literally anyone in any kind of position of authority just
Anyway,
knows he's a dragon.
You've still got some unfinished business to attend
And
to
it's
in
like,
the
really? You're not even
overworld,
gonna try to
correct?
pretend?
No need to stay here if you have a pressing matter. We all know you can't leave Palais Marmonia for long.
Thank you.
What does that mean?
I hope everything went smoothly with the Fatui Harbinger.
Oh boy.
I must say, we've spent long enough playing house. Miss Farina, as the Hydro Archon, I am sure you understand the exact meaning of the phenomenon we just witnessed. Or should I say, that's what I originally thought. But looking at your expression, was I wrong? And you haven't a clue?
Just immediately starts crying and making dying giraffe noises and runs away crying.
What are you trying to say?
At this point, I don't think there's any more need to speak as diplomatic representatives. Allow me to speak to you now as just a Fontanian. You know the prophecy by heart, and also that every part of it is being proven true. Yet, here you are, relaxing, drinking tea, and eating desserts as if it's all nothing more than a few stray bugs in your garden. Do you really think that's acceptable? The prophecy's hanging above our necks like a guillotine. Every faction is looking for a way to either avert the disaster or save their own. Even the orphans of the House of the Hearth have devoted everything to saving their homeland. But you? It beggars belief just how nonchalant and carefree you have been. From the very beginning, you, the god Focalor, you have utterly failed to take action.
I mean, you didn't have to say it.
You're wrong. I've never ignored the prophecy, nor have I just been passing the time in self-indulgence.
I do think she's aware of the
Retract
problem.
your accusation and stop doubting the wisdom of the gods with such absurd conjectures.
That's the one thing. I do think she is aware of the issue. I think she's just slightly overwhelmed and not equipped to deal with it.
I am not alone in my doubts, you know. All the children of Fontaine may be harboring the exact same thoughts right now. Oh, great Hydro Archon. How are you going to save them? Save us? How are the people you've sworn to protect supposed to survive in a land that will soon disappear beneath the waves?
I have my ways, and I've been working on them for all this time. Even if you look down upon me, you have no right to judge me. Fontaine will be saved. Even if I still cannot see the true future right now, as long as I continue on as I am, I will be able to hold my head up high.
She dropped the Chuny bullshit. Brah! Brah!
I must say,
Really?
we've spent Miss Farina.
What are you
Really,
trying to say?
Genshin?
At this point, I don't yet.
Brah.
The prophecy's hanging above, but you?
You're wrong.
I am not alone. Oh,
Never
great.
mind.
I have
Now
my
this
ways,
is ruining the mood.
and I've been working on them for all this time. Even if you look down
Thank God we
upon
weren't
me,
too far into that
you
segment.
have no right
Still.
to judge me.
Christ.
Fontaine will be saved.
I don't know if she's referring to Risley's ARC plan or if she's got something else in the works.
Then I ask you, Miss Farina, just what have you been working on? Where can we see it, and what is it doing to help?
May I see it?
No!
Was it a lie or can she not tell us? She seemed pretty confident, but she's also still being cringe fail.
My machinations are just like the prophecy itself. They will only reveal themselves
And now she's
at
back in
the
thespian
fated
mode.
time.
It is just that beings like yourselves are unable to perceive them as of yet.
Far too complex for you to understand. I really hope we get to have a one-on-one conversation with her at one point and just try to get her to be straight with us.
I see. As a god, the proof of your labor always lies beyond prying mortal eyes. Allow me to be so bold as to ask another way. Would it be possible for you to tell us the parts of your plan that are not confidential? Such as your emergency response plan for the impending disaster?
What is your plan?
An emergency response plan?
Oh, honey.
Oh, that look in your eyes. Have you not even prepared one of those?
The emergency response plan is also strictly confidential.
Then allow me to jog your memory. Miss Farina, what is the purpose of your Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal? And what do you plan to do with the massive amounts of indemnitium that has accumulated over the years?
The Oratrice? It's just like it appears to be.
Bruh.
So you also have no idea. If I'm not mistaken, someone's using it to prepare for something. But unfortunately, it would seem that someone is not you, Miss Farina.
Also, she has a pyrovision.
I first caught wind of this when Linny tried to investigate the Oratrice in the Opera House. You see, even just getting close to the core contaminated him with an extremely large amount of indemnitium.
Bruh.
But even if that had nothing to do with you, then what could you possibly be working on, oh great Hydro Archon? Oh, right. I almost forgot. Udex Nouvillette is not at the tea party with us today. Miss Farina,
I have no idea what that substance is she's talking about. I don't think that's been name dropped
to
before.
Take care of some troublesome business.
Yeah, yes, that's exactly right. Please keep it a secret for me.
Yes, I'm still streaming. These quests are long. Mostly the third one. Act 3 did not need to be that long. Act 3 did not need to be that long. This one is at least cool.
Of course I will. Although, I must say, Miss Farina, you seem quite insecure without the Udex by your side.
Yeah, fuck Act 3, man.
Oh, very well. Let's stop that conversation here. There are still a few slices of cake left, so please, help yourselves, everyone.
Can't talk about it. I don't even know for sure what he was doing down there. I was gonna say, this act could have been split into two easy peasy. Act 3 should have been like the first 10 minutes of Act 4. No reason that couldn't have been condensed and combined. I can't even tell with her anymore. She's too thespian.
Traveler, I heard that you were recently commissioned to handle a few matters on behalf of the Udex. Why don't you take an extra slice of cake? Those who work hard deserve gratitude and praise.
The cake is a lie!
You too, Paimon.
Thank you. Paimon will take you up on that offer.
Use the topic, brought up another less significant matter, and thank you for putting it. Okay.
Oh,
I didn't want to read that
super
anyway, I guess.
full. That cake was great.
If it's on my tea table, it must be of the highest quality. Yes, and we must thank the knave for bringing these over as well.
You're welcome. I'm sure the cake also felt greatly honored to be featured at Miss Farina's table. And I was merely catering to Miss Farina's tastes, seeking a chance to chat over tea.
Oh, you're back to suck-up mode.
It is getting late. Why don't we call it a day? There are still a few matters that I need to take care of, so I must take my leave now.
Very well. We'll end it here.
Mind seeing me off, Traveler? We could use the opportunity to discuss Child before I must be on my way.
I don't want to leave her alone. I'd honestly rather talk to her. I feel like I'm actually capable of getting some straight answers out of her. You, I'm not. You, I don't think so, but sure.
Paimon's coming too.
Furina, please don't start crying and drowning your own tears while I'm gone.
The The tea party turned out to be even more difficult than I'd imagined.
Honey.
Why are you looking at me like that? Is something the matter? If there's nothing urgent, then I shall be retiring for now.
One day I will be allowed to talk to you. Frappuccino!
I'm glad that you were willing to come with me. Of course, child was just an excuse. I have no interest in your dealings with him.
That's what Paimon thought.
So what do you want to say then?
You lent your aid to the children of the House of the Hearth. As their father, I would like to express my gratitude.
I did not think that's what this would be about, but you're welcome. I hate both these options.
Do I look like an irresponsible father to you? The House of the Hearth is very important to me. You should know that I care deeply about my children.
Was that all?
That was all. Formal topics should be discussed in formal settings, and informal topics in informal settings. I know you just returned from the fortress of Meripede. Relax. I have no intention of trying to get anything out of you. Linny, Lynette, and Fremine are still there, and I trust their judgment and abilities.
They've all been working very hard and have always done all they can to fight back against anyone who tried to stop them, especially Linny.
You mean Wriothesley. He's a tricky one to deal with. It's unfortunate that Linny's so eager to prove himself that he can't learn to rely on others, including me. By the way, and you can just consider this a bit of idle gossip, but what's your impression of Furina?
Her design reminds you of something, but you can't pinpoint it.
You are outside of our disputes, and the freest person in all of Fontaine.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
Able to move around most easily. Allow
Other
me
than that, I
to share
found
my
myself wondering if she's supposed to be this game's equivalent of Natasha.
And that's everything that happened during the trial.
/
Master
Raven.
Child was declared guilty and immediately transported to the fortress of Meripede.
Didn't he say he was coming here on vacation? Does he not feel an ounce of shame for all the trouble he has caused?
I can't really answer that question, ma'am.
Forget it. He did give us an opportunity. I will be
I don't know
meeting
what he was
someone
feeling.
Do you require help with any preparations?
No need.
Also, is
I
she
will
the
take care
only-
of it myself.
She's
I
like,
need
what,
to
the
meet with
second
Furina,
girl we've gotten in
the Hydro
Genshin that wears
Archon.
pants?
She is at the heart of Fontaine. But what's fascinating about her is that
Like actual
she
full-on
often
regular
seems
pants?
more like a celebrity than a working Archon.
Oh?
That's the
Come
point.
over here, you little critter, you.
The fuck? Is this still a
Dare
flashback?
to run from me? Stop right this instant!
Furina, stop torturing the
My
cat!
goal is just to discover the location of the Gnosis. But I didn't expect the chance to approach Furina to be handed to me on a silver platter. This is so easy, it's actually making me a bit suspicious. Anything left unguarded is usually just bait. But no one will blame someone for taking the bait.
Suddenly clown
After
theater.
all, from the moment it was attached to the hook, the bait is meant to be sacrificed. It's just as I guessed in the second before I struck. The Hydronosis is not currently held by the Archon. In fact, this Archon doesn't seem like a god at all. And I sense that she's under some kind of curse.
The fuck?
Who are you? And what are you trying to do? Please don't kill me.
Bruh.
I'm begging you, please.
The fear in her pupils is genuine. So perhaps she's not bait after all. Either way, targeting her has lost all meaning. I left the scene with ease. Nobody came looking for me, and nobody could serve as a witness to my near assassination of Focalor. I suspect even Farina dares not mention this incident to
Yeah, no
anyone.
shit.
Not long after, my informants confirmed what I had guessed. After returning to her quarters, Farina quietly cried alone. She was so scared that she could not sleep that night, nor could she even bring herself to eat her cake. There's no doubt that there's something wrong with her. I began to entertain the possibility that she is not the true Hydro Archon. Perhaps Eudex Neuvillette is actually the genuine
Oh my
Archon.
god, don't do this! Don't add fuel to that fire! We went through this with Nahida, everybody talking about how Al Haytham was gonna be the actual Archon. We're going through it again now. We know he's not. We know what he actually is. He's clearly a dragon man. Bruh. Like, I think she is the, like, she's got the Archon trait. She's got the glowy hair, she's got the weird eyes, weirder than usual. Like, something's wrong with her, obviously, if she really is just that pathetic.
I have to find the Gnosis. If the Neuvillette hypothesis is correct, he is probably in possession of it. Alternatively, it might have been hidden in a place that's hard for ordinary people to access.
Yes, Father.
My dear children, please speak.
News from the fortress of Meripede. Master Child has gone missing. On top of that, the contacts and guards we bribed at the fortress have all gone quiet as well.
Probably the handiwork
I kind of
of
wish
that
they had done,
riot
like, the 2D animatics or something else instead of just these awkward 3D stills.
This is
For
a
the
good
flashback.
opportunity.
Fuck
the value
Act
of a
3, Jesus
harbinger is
Christ.
much higher than most would imagine. We now have an excuse to exert diplomatic pressure on the Fontaine authorities.
She makes her kids
Set up a
dress
meeting
like
for
that!
me.
No,
I would
she's
like to meet
crazy.
the Hydro Archon and Eudex Neuvillette.
As funny as that would be, I'm pretty sure that was a conscious decision on their
an
part.
additional mission for you.
Considering two are magicians and one's a diver, allegedly.
Yes, Father.
I ain't seen no divers
Tartaglia's
wearing outfits like
disappearance
that.
was not a part of my plan, but I can use it to make a breakthrough. With this as my excuse, I can ask for an official audience and continue my investigation of Farina and Eudex Neuvillette. The initiative belongs to the House of the Hearth.
I just can't
My
get over
wish
her
to
thinking that
investigate
she's
the
as bad
fortress
as the
of Meripede will be
fandom.
a
They're not
front.
gonna stop saying
Lenny
plan.
and his group will be responsible for
This is
the
now the
actual
plans versus plans versus
intelligence
plans arc. Hers versus Risley's versus Furina's.
You should know the rest. Lenny's group is quite close to you, so they wouldn't have hidden anything from you.
You attacked the Hydro Archon?
It wouldn't mean anything, even if you shouted it from the rooftops. After all, even Farina herself is still pretending that nothing of that sort ever happened.
Alright then.
I've now had
Rise
two
and trust the
chances to
Gnosis means
enjoy
we're currently
tea with
positioned in the arc as a
Farina.
failsafe.
have
I
to
think
say,
it's more
the
than
leadership
that.
of Fontaine is even more inscrutable than I had imagined. I once surmised that Eudex Neuvillette must be the Hydro Archon, but now, that doesn't seem right to me either.
Yeah, okay, no, you're smart. Yeah, no, like, they don't, the Gnosises are, like, a symbol of their godhood or whatever, but, like, they're not the source of their power. Like, all of the other ones we've met thus far don't have this anymore, and yet they can still do the elemental stuff and, like, are still, like, formally recognized as gods or whatever. Like, it's not the only token that proves it. So, like, even if she doesn't have that on her, like, there's something else besides that. I don't know what the hell it could be, but, like, something is clearly wrong with her, and that she just does not have the power that she's supposed to. What made you realize that was a dumb idea?
I am a servant of Her Majesty the Tsaritsa. Over my
Furina's
years
is the
of
most
service,
Karia
I've
core.
learned how a real Archon conducts and carries themselves. Whether Eudex Neuvillette or Farina, neither fits the bill. It's hard to imagine either of them as the Archon. Of course, That is all just how I feel. Gut feelings often do not require justification. It is, however, quite amusing to me that after all my years working in intelligence gathering, I've come to realize I am at a complete loss regarding the identity of the god of the land of my birth. Don't you think Fontaine is quite intriguing? A catastrophe looms, yet many secrets have yet to rise to the surface. It looks like Fontainians will have no choice but to save themselves. Ultimately, though, one must survive in order to do anything else. Should the need arise, I would be happy to cooperate with you. You don't need to commit to anything right now, of course. I have a feeling that the situation will continue to evolve, and as your name is often connected with noble deeds, I'm sure we will work together someday.
I trust her.
He certainly returned quickly. You must want to catch up with each other, so I'll leave you to him.
Neuvillette, is it over?
For now, yes. But this issue will prove quite thorny in the long term. I'm concerned that sooner or later the prophesized events will occur. Thank you for protecting Farina. To put it simply, I used my power to force back the Primordial Sea and reseal the sluice gate.
Meanwhile...
So as expected, the Knave has turned up the pressure on Farina. She's trying to feel her out, though I'm still unsure as to her motives.
I have one kind of theory I'm working with in my head, but like I don't. It almost feels like it'd be too similar to Nahida's thing.
Permission granted.
But like I'm almost thinking like that. That's why her eyes are weird. Like, did she pull a Virgil and like literally split herself in two somehow? Like one side basically human and one side god, Archon, whatever. But if that were the case, I don't know where the god side would be. They're not playing Parent Trap or whatever. They're not switching back and forth with each other or anything like that. Like it's very clearly always just the useless, the fail wife one. You can control the Primordial Sea. How you do?
Whoa. It can't be that you're the real Hydro Archon, right? But that's just a speculation on our part, though. You
I was thinking about
tell
that
us?
too.
Then
Yeah.
that's okay. We can talk about something else. We won't try to force you.
Yeah, I didn't.
You
yeah, I
guys
was.
in Fontaine are super strange.
Yeah, I didn't necessarily want to get into that because, like, that's technically a leak that, like, people shouldn't know about yet, but, like, yeah. Like, her splash art is different. And I looked very closely to compare. But, like, I don't think, like, her, like, she had some differences, but, like, I don't think her eyes were, like, the opposite colors or anything weird like that. So I don't know.
If by the phrase, you guys, you are referring to Farina and I, then although I'm not sure just what you are trying to imply, I must clarify that I do not share her positions on a multitude of topics.
What'd you sense in there, then?
I believe so. The fortress has a long and complex history. It has seen much grief and suffering. And now, another catastrophe will soon be upon us. I mourn this turn of events.
Huh? Why is it raining all of a sudden?
I mourn this turn of events. Immediately starts raining. Gee, I wonder if Neuvillette's the Hydro Arc. It has the... It's the same energy as the fucking Deke dub of Sailor Moon. Sailor Venus shows up for the first time. Are you the Moon Princess? Sailor Venus? I don't know. Sailor Moon. The square peg.
You may be clever. closer to the truth than you think.
Oh? And what are you thinking?
He's a dragon, Daddy.
The dragon of... what? Huh?
Please do not be so surprised.
It wasn't a very well-kept secret. Oh!
Furina?
Come over here, I want to talk to you! Don't you walk away from me, young lady!
Neverlet, are you listening?
Ah, my apologies.
We were just guessing randomly. We didn't guess right, did we? You're not actually the dragon sovereign of water, right? Well, if you don't want to confirm or deny...
No. You guessed correctly. I sincerely hope you'll be able to keep this a secret for me.
Right, of course. We'll definitely help you keep it a secret. There's still something Paimon wants to ask you, though.
Please, go ahead.
Well, if you are the dragon sovereign of water, and you were able to force back the primordial sea from the fortress, then since Fontaine's prophecy is all about seawater, couldn't you just use your power to solve the crisis?
None of the currently living dragon sovereigns in the world, myself included, possess our full dragonhood. They say that when the first usurper arrived on Tivat, they seized a part of the dragon's power. Today, that stolen power is the basis of the Archon's authorities.
There are 7 elemental archons and 7 matching dragon
I don't think I realized that.
The dragon sovereign of water who lived through
The dragons
that
were
era
even older than the
perished a long
Archons.
time ago. As their successor, I know far less of that part of our ancient history. In any case, I believe I will not be able to do much unless the Archon disappears.
What the
and
fuck you
returns
mean,
their
usurpers?
elemental
That's
authority
the
to
question,
me.
right? I'm going to assume Celestia.
Given the status quo, however, I would recommend finding
And probably
another way
Kiana.
to deal with the prophecy.
Oh, so even you can't solve it.
I still have some urgent matters to attend to at my office. If you have any more questions regarding ancient history, you are welcome to discuss them with me at a later time.
Please go right ahead. There's a place that Paimon wants to go too. Traveler, why don't we pay another visit to the Fortress of Meripede? Paimon is a little worried.
We're gonna get locked up again, dude, but whatever. See you later, Dragon Daddy.
We'll see you another time.
Take care.
Like, I don't think it's... I don't think it's been 45 days yet. If we go back in here, we're totally gonna get arrested. But whatever.
Quit following me. The wind rises.
If at any point Saw is brought up, you're gonna scream yourself to death. Same.
Now guess, what suit will this next card be?
A bare-teeth cat?
Well, well, look who it is.
Traveler, Paimon.
Hello, everyone.
Looks like you're recovering nicely from it, eh?
Mm-hmm. Thanks to everyone's support. Oh, right.
Kiana avoid her finale
I
to skip
managed to
final
work
nod,
up the
yeah.
courage to thank Miss
At the
Clarant
very
in
start of the
person.
game, we got our shit wrecked by a Kiana,
she
specifically Airshare Avoid lookalike.
She told me that it was nothing. It was as if saving a life wasn't a big deal to her at all. She also told me not to worry about it.
She didn't want to stress you out, that's all. She's right, and it's best not to dwell on it.
Yeah.
Okay, but check this out. We went back to the opera house and we met the knave.
You met Father? Did she say anything to you?
She said a few things that were, a bit hard to understand.
She had
and
very
also
nice
she's
pants.
looking forward to working with us in the future.
It was a little horrifying.
Her attitude towards you is even better than what we'd imagined.
Night,
That's
Zilston,
fantastic.
you're heading out. You have a good one. Thank you for the
You should
doodles. They were
believe
very
her.
cute.
She has her own way
Glad
of
I'm
doing
fun to draw.
things, and she'll do everything in her power to help those she
Hopefully
considers
this should be over
close,
relatively
which
soon. It is now
might
after 1
also
o'clock in the
include
morning.
you.
Mm-hmm. Father is very capable, and also
Not that this
trustworthy.
wasn't Kino.
Oh, Paimon
Just that I
remembered
wish the
that
third
she
act
thought
hadn't
Lenny was
happened.
a bit too proud as well. She
Or
said
at
that
least
you should learn how to rely
60%
on
of it
others
hadn't happened.
sometimes.
Got it. Huh. That does sound like something that father would say.
Hey!
Are you going to stay here for the next few days?
Looks like it, yeah.
Are we?
Excellent. I will host a tea party.
For real? Then Paimon wants another serving of cake.
Another implies that you were
Tea!
already served some delicious cake while you were up there. How lovely. Well, next time, you're going to have tea and snacks with us. We should start preparing that tea party.
Tea!
Oh, that's a great idea. I'm all for it.
I'll help you set it up.
Minato accidentally saying forward first. And correcting himself 30 times over. It's really funny. Hello, you two. I don't really
you
care,
guys
but
are
thanks
back?
for warning me to evacuate, I guess.
Quisto! Macaroon!
You guys didn't get caught and thrown back down here, right?
Huh? No, not at all.
Ah, and here I thought you'd managed to escape from jail during all the commotion. I'd held you up as legendary jailbreakers, but now you're telling me you just never left?
Sure.
We're sorry, but we
I mean, if there was an
had some business to
evacuation,
take
where
care
do you think people were going?
All right. There's no need to get
I guess
caught
they
up
weren't
in
so
the
much evacuating the
details.
entire
We're
facility as they were
relieved
just
to
going
see
to the
you.
top level.
He was super worried about you, you know.
Hey, it wasn't just me.
Oh shoot, happy
Weren't
birthday,
you super
Ayaka.
worried as well?
Something
A good
like
Bernie.
that, yeah. I was also transferred to work in the kitchen a few days ago. I can still hear Quisto mumbling to the carrots. Are those
I miss
two
her.
all right? Do you think they made it out alive? Whenever he'd say
I
that,
hope we either get like
I'd
another
tell him
Inazuma
I'm
festival
sure
soon,
they're
or just
fine.
have some
Wherever they
characters
are, they're kicking
cameo
back
in a
with
festival
drinks
here
in hand,
in Fontaine or
enjoying
whatever.
the lovely scenery.
I miss those guys.
There's
Feels like it's
nothing
been a hot minute
wrong
since
with
we've seen
worrying
most
about
of
your
them.
prison pals. Is there? I mean, considering
Mostly
how they
Ito.
always love listening to all my gossip.
These two. They sure are a lot warmer and friendlier than when Paimon first met them.
Oh, well, if you say so. I'll be watching you to make sure you finish every last bite.
Squall and Fury.
Siegewing! Traveler, Paimon, you're back!
We totally did not
Are you
leave.
still doing all right? Did either of you get hurt? We're fine, but what about you guys? It was such a huge mess. How bad
Oh,
was
is it also the actual anniversary day for Genshin? Cool.
A few people sustained superficial injuries. But
Happy
that's about
third
the extent of
anniversary
the
to this
damage.
hell game that's ruined
Monsieur
my life.
Neuvillette paid us a visit. It was all thanks to him that we managed to suppress the crisis for the time being. Oh, of course, we must also thank you for the help you provided. How did Neuvillette know that he was needed here? Well, Monsieur Neuvillette has strong resonance with the hydro element. When the water level rises, he can feel the waves produced. I ran into the bombshell bros while bandaging the injuries of the wounded. They were mumbling the whole time about how you just ran down without a word. I'm so relieved to see that you're both all right. If you're not too pressed for time, please stay with us a few more days. Just let me know if you get a craving for any particular dish, so I can have Mr. Walsey get your meals prepared. Oh, and please feel free to visit the infirmary for a break at any time. I'd like to take the opportunity to spend some more time observing your facial muscles as well. Your happy smiles are quite contagious, you know. They're so memorable, and I've missed them immensely while you were gone. If you can find the time, please stay at the fortress for just a while longer.
The wind rises.
Riley, how you doing? Is he down there? Oh, yeah, okay. He's under.
Too slow.
Fair enough.
Quit following me.
Oh, no. Oh, I don't want to talk to these people. I want to talk
Courier, Miss Sijween told me you still haven't eaten.
Boo.
Yeah, I was working on something, so I forgot.
That's no excuse for... Huh? What's you two?
Junior, Lurvine, we're back!
Hello there. It's been quite the mess
Hello
here
there.
recently. How have you been?
If you plug your nose, it's an amazing voice.
Are you still taking the secret passageway from the infirmary to work on the ship?
Yep. That is still top secret, though. So don't say a word to anyone.
It can be a bit annoying when there are lots of people in the infirmary, but I still prefer taking that route over the one from the Duke's office.
I mean, the infirmary does make it easier for you to slack off.
Oh yeah? Then why are you also here so much?
You two really are just using your jobs as a cover for your relationship, aren't you?
Not at all!
I'm so invested. Are they together or not? Thank you.
Too slow.
Yo, you playing piano up here?
Do my eyes deceive me, or did I just see two inmates come back after making it to the surface? Some strange winds blowing of late.
You know.
I wanted to see how the fortress is doing. Is everything still alright?
We're fine, for the most part. Neuvillette came down and took care of the worst of it.
If that's the case, why don't you just ask him to stay here?
Oh, yeah, what a brilliant plan. Let's go convince the Eudex himself to exchange the Courts of Fontaine for a puddle of water in the middle of nowhere. He came here in a hurry
It's a
and
dumb
left
idea,
without even
Paimon.
stopping for a cup of tea. He
Tea?
did remember to take Miss Sijween's gift with him, though.
He sure sounds super busy.
Miss Cloran has left as well. She also took her gift from Miss Sijween.
Were the gifts milkshakes?
Neuvillette got the milkshake. Clorand received lipstick instead.
Those aren't even remotely alike.
Well, it's Neuvillette's own fault for making Sijween worried about his health by working so much. But besides that, our head nurse is still pretty fond of picking out beauty products for the ladies. Oh, and I have some gifts here for you as well.
Are these from Sijween too?
Nope, they're from yours truly. You've already wrapped up your work at the fortress, so you can return to the surface at any time. You haven't yet served your full prison term, however, so you may continue to use your cell until your term is up.
For real? Then we could stay here for a really long time?
Is food still covered? Yo, we get all of the benefits of prison with literally none of the downsides.
You may access the cafeteria for free. Just remember to come complete your paperwork once it's time for your release.
That's fine, dog. I'm guessing that won't be till another patch. Oh, I should have talked to him again, damn it. Still there? Enjoy him while you can. As far as I know, unlike Star Rail, they still haven't fixed it so that characters will stick around and you can come talk to them anytime.
Your file can't be closed until we've completed your paperwork, so don't forget to come find me again when you're done serving your sentence.
I'm gonna sit in his lap. Or not. Not as Yamato, that would be weird. That would be Very awkward. Can I read his mind? Oh, God! I forgot about that! Shit! I doubt it. From what I remember, most of the time when you try to do as a playable character during stuff like this, it's just ellipses.
Too slow.
Besides, like, Sumeru-specific events, like that one Kave one. Anybody can prove me wrong, by all means. Hook me up with what he was thinking.
Back in our cell again. We're no longer prisoners, though, so it really doesn't feel the same.
Can't she also only do it to people from Sumeru anyway, I'm pretty sure? That might be a thing. I can't quite remember. It's been a while.
Sure feels that way. But the truth is, we never did anything bad to begin with, so I'm not sure why we put so much pressure on ourselves. Huh? How did you know? Hey, that's not true! All right. Okay, Paimon just wanted to say that we really are an amazing duo after all.
We're really not.
We've now gone to so many places together and become friends with so many people. We've never stopped traveling or stopped meeting new friends. There are so many bad things in the world, and we're just two people, but we've still been solving problems no matter where we go. Isn't that pretty cool?
I'm awesome. You're not.
You're counting Paimon today? Aren't you the only adventurer here?
I hate it. I hate it when the game gives me no option but to not pat her on the back for being useless and obnoxious.
Then let's ask Catherine to give Paimon an adventure in her book as well. Paimon will also be an adventurer from today forward. Just our thoughts making Paimon giddy. Paimon's gonna crash, so you sleep soon too. The last time we fell asleep here, we woke up to a whole mess outside our cell. The primordial seawater nearly rose up. That was so scary. We should be safe now, right? All right then. Good night to you, traveler.
For now. No. Oh! What is his plan? Is his whale talking to him? Holy shit! Also, another reference to After Dark. Pretends to be shocked. I have no idea if it's intentional or not, but the fact that we have that on top of the group shot from that one Fatui trailer now is... I don't know what would... I don't know why his fucking, I don't know why his thing being a whale would allow whatever the fuck is happening there to happen. Bruh. Ah, yeah, that's right, that's right. Not now, though. Definitely not now. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. But holy shit. Well, that was something. That was only like half an hour longer than Act 3. And yet contained about 150% more than Act 3. God. I'm glad I went ahead and did it, because that was worth it, but holy shit. Alright. I have no idea where we go from there. And I don't really feel like sitting around and speculating too long, because it's already been so- Oh, hey! Oh yeah, there's your sign that it's officially the anniversary. Our wonderful, wonderful gift. What do we get this year? We get a knockbox. Ain't that cute? That actually is pretty cute. I would still rather have pulls, but that's pretty cute. The web event tells you all your progress. I'm not too interested in that. It's cool that they do stuff like that, but just that's all information you can kind of get in-game anyway. And it's kind of just another thing for them to do that's not giving you free pulls. So I don't think I'm gonna worry about it, but maybe. We'll see.
You think I've got a sharp tongue? I just...
Shush. Quiet. Night, Neo. You have a good one. I'm done here. Next up, we should watch the old DMC anime and play 4, maybe. That's gonna be a solid maybe to both. We'll see. But alright. Act 3 can die in a fire, but whatever. It's already dead. This will be uploaded as a separate video. That was really, really good! I understand, after seeing just how much ended up happening there, I understand why this was all not just one act, but dear God, I wish they had trimmed the fat on Act 3 a little bit. But that was really good. We got a lot more than I thought we would. Things were dire there for a while, but they definitely brought it back. Was it worth it? Was it worth staying up until 1:30 in the morning? I don't know. But it was pretty cool.
Like it is.
I still have no idea what the fuck is actually going on. I have no idea how Child or his whale connects to it. It wasn't the exact same outline. That was like a fucked up abyss whale. I don't know why he would have a connection to it, not being from Fontaine or whatever, but like something weird's going on there. Again, man's hearing voices. Better now than later. Oh yeah, definitely. Would things have been slightly less cramped, maybe? If I had waited till tomorrow and done this and then Nuviet's quest, maybe. But whatever, it's fine. We'll just do Nuviet's tomorrow and relatively early, and that way we're guaranteed to get SPD finished. We only have 2 episodes left of it, but you know what I mean. But alright, that was really, that was awesome. Again, I don't know what we're cooking, but we're cooking. Got outright confirmation on Nuviet being a dragon. I have no idea what the deal with Furina is. I really, really hope we get to spend some one-on-one time with her next time. I said that about this patch, knock on wood. I want to talk to her. I want to have a real-ass conversation with her. Not pressure her into being a thespian or mocking her for being as cringe fail as she is. Because something's clearly, like, actually wrong with her. Like, she is too underpowered. I don't think there's a double psych. Like I said, I don't think... Obviously not Nuviet, and I don't think anyone else would fit the bill either. I don't think there's a secret real Hydro Archon. We can't keep having this conversation. We've had this conversation every goddamn patch now. In Inazuma, it was Miko as the real Archon. In Sumeru, it was Alhaitham as the real Archon. And now this nonsense? Nah. We can't keep doing this. We need to just accept the fact that all the remaining Archons are waifus and just learn to live with it. I don't like it either, but it is what it is. Alright. I'm sure I'll have more to say about that tomorrow. When it's actually a decent hour and you're nice and refreshed and more than 6 people apparently are watching. Dear God. It is what it is. And alright. Thank y'all very much for staying up with me. Special thanks to Fusion, Ninja, Go-Kart tier patrons, Room Room. If you want to help support Terry not being a waifu. Ew, no, that's disgusting. Check out links in the description. Love you guys. Nighty-night.